score to show up big tonight. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I'm going to love to see what former Mr. Basketball, Minnesota Gopher Park Center graduate Braden Carrington is going to do being back home.
Yeah, that will be certainly one of the main storylines to follow tonight. He is Al Nolan. More from him as our broadcast moves forward. Coming up on the Golden Gopher pregame show, we'll hear from Gopher head coach Nico Medved. We'll get the Badger scouting report from Wisconsin coach Greg Gard. We'll take a look at the Big Ten schedule and more. Yes, it's Tuesday night college basketball here in the Twin Cities, and we're thrilled you're with us on the Gopher Sports Network. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Nico Medved, sponsored by Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness. Go to planetfitness.com for more details. Tip-off 30 minutes away. Don't you go away. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, Mystic Mayhem is back. In partnership with Mystic Lake, it's your chance to score prizes. Now through January 25th, enter round 2 for the chance to win a men's basketball prize pack to watch the Gophers game versus UCLA February 28th and a signed Nico Medved basketball. You could also win a $200 Amazon gift card or a pair of Mystic Lake show tickets. Enter all 4 rounds of Mystic Mayhem for your chance to win 2026 Gopher football season tickets. Visit mysticlake.com/mayhem to enter now. Must be at least 18. Mystic Mayhem. Score golden prizes.
Gopher fans know the power of a great team. M Health Fairview University of Minnesota Medical Center is ranked the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities by U.S. News & World Report. This is more than an award. It's a reflection of our team of doctors, nurses, and staff who deliver world-class care so you can be at the top of your game. As the official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics, M Health Fairview is proud to serve people across the state.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
For Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services with 18 Twin Cities locations. Washburn McCreevy is celebrating more than 165 years of serving Minnesota. When the time comes to remember a loved one and to celebrate life, let Washburn McCreevy guide you. Go to washburnmccreevy.com to find out more. Since 1857, Washburn McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Welshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care in a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Welshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Welshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. Minnesota and Wisconsin, border battle number 2 in the last 7 days. The Golden Gophers got a win against Iowa a week ago tonight, hoping now to knock off Wisconsin tonight. The head coach is Nico Medved, sponsored by Planet Fitness. We are all strong on this planet. Go to planetfitness.com. So your first crack against Iowa, you get a nice win, a court rush, and now you got a crack at it against the other border rival, the Wisconsin Badgers tonight. How excited are you for this one?
Oh, it's fun. It's one that you always look forward to on your schedule. It just, you can say whatever you want. It means more. It means more to the fans, the players, but it's what makes college athletics great, right? Is these rivalry games, and you got fan bases who care and, want to beat each other. And, Wisconsin's definitely had the upper hand in this rivalry, and so it's our job to try to find a way to turn the tables, and it's going to be a really tough task. I mean, they are playing as well as they've played all year, and they're very difficult to defend, but hopefully we're going to get our nice crowd here tonight, and it should be fun.
And before we continue to preview, let's go back to the Friday game. You got Saturday, Sunday off. The Friday game was a little bit of a heartbreaker at the end, free throws to win it in overtime for USC. How do you like how the guys responded from that and the approach then coming off of that, which, you had won 5 straight prior to?
I think they've been great. I mean, I think this is a resilient group. It's like I told them, I mean, you can't, you let the loss hurt. You win a close one against Iowa, lose a close one against USC. You feel kind of both sides of that emotion, but boy, you got to let it sting, and the next morning you got to move on. This league moves too fast. Every game's a challenge, and if you let that get you down too much and you're not ready to come back and respond, you're in trouble. And so I think the guys did a great job of that, and we were able to turn our attention Sunday when we came in to Wisconsin. That's the only thing that matters right now.
Tell us about the Badgers. You mentioned it'll be a challenge tonight. What makes them a challenge?
I think, you look at them and they play up-tempo offense, and the fact that they shoot it from all 5 spots, that their bigs can all shoot the 3, they just put so much pressure on your ball screen defense, your rotations, because they can shoot it from all 5 spots. And then you got a guy like Boyd, who we played against at San Diego State, and Blackwell, who are just 2 of the more dynamic guards in the Big Ten. And so you got those guys who can attack that space that they create in their offense. Makes them a really, really difficult cover. And I think they're playing at a high level. They've kind of found their rhythm. Obviously, they look kind of like a video game on offense against Michigan the other night. So we've got our hands full, but it's another night in the Big Ten, man. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is with these top teams. And so it's a challenge, but hopefully we can find a way to pose some challenges for them as well.
When you look at the stat sheet for them, those 2 guys you mentioned, Boyd and Blackwell, they take, over half their shots. But you look at that Michigan game, and while they were a factor, all of a sudden some other guys step up. And one of their bigs started hitting threes. He hadn't hit a bunch of threes all year. So is that also part of it, too, where you want to try to shut those guys down, but there's some other weapons there that they can then call upon?
Yeah, because they do such a good job, and they're starting to really, kind of like our team has done, they're really starting to get comfortable playing with each other in their system, and those guards are doing a great job of, hey, I've got 2 on me, and they find the open guy. And when you're a shooter and you're shooting open shots, you're just asking for trouble, and they're really hard to stop from getting threes off, but we really got to try to do a great job of keeping the ball out of the paint. And I always say, if we're making them take non-paint touch threes, they can make some of those, but over the course of the game, hopefully that plays in our favor.
A couple of things then with you guys. I wanted to ask you about the other night, Friday. First time we saw a team defend you guys, at least on a consistent basis. One, they have a 7'5" guy, which not everybody has, but where they kind of sag a guy into the middle, and Grove and Reynolds were left open. They each hit a 3. If you see that again, and Wisconsin's got a bunch of 7-footers, who knows, right? How do you try to counter that? Is there other ways to do it, or do you want those guys to take more threes, or how do you handle that?
Well, it's somewhere in the middle. I think that it's pretty unique what USC did. I don't know that everyone will do it exactly like that. A lot of teams have played off of those guys, and heavy help off the ball, and so we've seen a lot of that all year. But I think it's, yeah, those guys have the freedom to shoot. I don't think that sometimes you just want to go down there and just settle for a quick three, because we do such a good job and we stay on the attack. Those guys doing a great job being screeners, making themselves available off screens, and I think the longer it goes on, you find a better rhythm of playing against that, but also having the freedom that sometimes, boy, you get left open there. Towards the end, you've got to step up and you've got to knock it down. And so I think it's a balance between both of those things.
With this Wisconsin rivalry, of course, when your time here as a student manager, do you have any Wisconsin-Minnesota memories of those times back in the day?
I told you, I remembered actually going to the old field house. That year they had Finley and Richard Griffith and those guys. I think we swept them. It might have been my last year here. And again, you used to walk through the beer garden, right, to go to your locker room, and it was a lot of fun. And so, and then I've left, but you've watched Wisconsin from a distance, since I've left. I've just taken this program once, my mentor, Dick Bennett took over, and then Bo Ryan after him, and now Greg is. They've just done such a great job that way, and it's our job here moving forward is to try to change the narrative, and we want to have a program that can do the same sort of thing here.
Your competitive nature, I know, is there, so how much does that motivate you to make this kind of a rivalry again?
Yeah, it's what you live for, but it's our job to do it. Right now, they're the ones who are on top, so we've got to go to catch up to them. And so, heck yeah, that's what you do it for. It motivates you every day, and nothing that you want, more. But like I told our guys, these rivalry games, our guys are going to be ready to play. They mean more. But you know what? Let's say we go and we win tonight. It feels great. We got to go to Illinois Saturday. Let's say it doesn't go our way here tonight. We got to go to Illinois on Saturday. And so you've got to be able to keep that perspective too, that win or lose, this train keeps rolling, my man. And so you got to keep staying in the moment here, put everything you have into the game, but this still isn't life or death.
Well, let's get it rolling tonight.
Let's get it rolling tonight. Go Gophers.
All right, there he is, Nico Medved, our guest here. He's sponsored by Planet Fitness. Stay with us. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
I'm Clay Geary, former wide receiver for the Minnesota Gophers.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we are part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. We're at Williams Arena, the border battle, Minnesota and Wisconsin. Time for the Badger Skyden Report. And as he does always, we appreciate Greg Gard to give us a report on his team. And pretty fun Saturday up in Ann Arbor, huh?
It was, Mike. I think anytime you can, obviously a team that nobody had been able to find the riddle on how to beat them, and our guys did a terrific job. I think we're getting better as we've come through the last 30 or 40 days. But when you make shots, it obviously helps, cure a lot of ills. And obviously Michigan's a terrific team, and it was an exciting locker room and an exciting plane ride back.
You mentioned, you're getting better here these last 30 days. There's always ebbs and flows, right, of a college season where you're like, oh, are we ever going to win again? And then you feel good like Saturday. So how do you, as a coach now, you've been around the block, coming off of a game like that, make sure your guys are dialed in again here tonight? Yeah, I think, what we've gotten better at, and it's led to our defense being better, is our competitive drive and our spirit has been better. And then maybe it's grown. I think better, meaning not that it was, we just needed to improve in a lot of areas. And we've got a lot of new guys, so that continuity has been something we've been trying to microwave and get it up to speed. But we need to duplicate what we've been doing the last few games and multiply it. That's what I said. You got to do it more, and we got to do it better. So obviously coming in here tonight against a team that's playing well and doing some good things, it's going to be another huge challenge for us. You guys, and then basically everybody are now in college basketball, right? It's a new age, but you still have some guys on the roster that are typical Wisconsin guys who have been there, came in as freshmen, scored 1, 2, 3 points a game, and now have become go-to players. Blackwell, one start as a freshman, Winter, 2 points a game as a freshman, and now typical Wisconsin progression. They're juniors and seniors and getting you what you need. Yeah, they both have done a good job of sticking to the plan of development, and I think that's important in today's world. You want to make sure retention, you have little pieces from every part of where you can, whether it's freshmen that come in and develop, whether you have somebody come in through the transfer portal. Obviously, international recruiting has become a big piece of our game. So you're trying to find the right balance, but that retention and of high school kids that come in and grow and work, and John and Nolan are two great examples of that. What do you see from Minnesota? Well, it's completely different style than what we saw. We saw maybe one of the fastest teams in the country per possession.
Saturday in Michigan. This one tonight is going to be much more of a grinder, I would assume. Nico's done a really good job of installing what he's doing offensively really quickly. Obviously, a lot of Princeton-based concepts to it. They cut really well. They're really unselfish. Obviously, they move it well. They lead the nation in assisted field goals. So, and they get really good players. Kate Tyson, somebody that we talked at in the portal when he left North Carolina. There's a combination of good players, well coached. They don't beat themselves. So you have to be really alert, really disciplined on the defensive end. And then offensively, we're going to have to be efficient. We're going to have to make sure we share the ball and move it and play unselfishly and play aggressive.
I always ask you this when we chat with you here at the barn. As we're talking in the hallway up here, there's that warning sign of guys falling off the floor. I think it was a Bo Ryan tradition. You guys, for those first-year guys, will practice flying off the floor. So did you do that, and how did it go?
We did. It went all right. It was entertaining for those that didn't have to do it. It was a little bit of a comedy hour, but nobody got hurt. We had to have a couple redos and do-overs, but all in all, it's the rite of passage, I guess, so to speak. So everybody came out okay.
And one of those weird schedules, it seems like usually it's early in the year, late in the year, but I think we see you guys here in just a few weeks again.
Mike, I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. Okay, if you say we do, great. I don't even know who we play next. I'm just locked in on what happens here at 6 o'clock.
I hear you. Very good. Good luck. Always appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right, there he is, Greg Gard, the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8-piece, please. Or, let's be real, maybe 12-piece. Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken and shop happy.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free premium delivery on any bed with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Welcome back. Golden Gophers are making their way onto the court for some final warm-ups, wearing their home golds with the maroon and the white trim. Hey, Gopher fans, if the Gopher win tonight's game, you win 6 free wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. This offer valid all season at participating locations throughout Minnesota with a $10 minimum purchase. Offer valid for 2 days after each qualifying victory. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics and the official sports bar of March Madness. This is one of 4 games in the Big Ten. Cup brings you the scoreboard update. This is the start of the night. Indiana at Michigan State also tipping here shortly. Later on, Oregon at Nebraska, Maryland at USC. Minnesota and Wisconsin coming up. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Playing the Minnesota Lottery is a great way to add some win to your winter. Because while it's long, winter should be fun. And it's the everyday moments that help us through winter. A hot chocolate waiting when we come inside. An extra set of gloves. A fluffy new winter hat. So win this winter by picking up winter scratch games from the Minnesota Lottery.
I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Domino's Mix and Match menu has items for every occasion. Flaked on your friend's open mic night? Flaky bread twists and molten lava cakes should do the trick. Soccer team duty? Medium 2-topping pizzas and stuffed cheesy bread are your best defense. Is it your dog's half birthday? Celebrate his biggish day with savory sandwiches and tender specialty chicken. Mix and match 2 or more items for $6.99 each at Domino's. Ask for this offer. 2-item minimum prices. Participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Bone and wings, bread bowl pasta, and pan pizza will cost extra. Local stores set delivery fees and can charge extra for some menu items.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
205 is just around the corner. Minnesota and Wisconsin. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out on the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Welshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care and a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Welshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Welshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
This has been the Launchpad Golf pregame show on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Going right, takes it right into the paint. Up, yes, and a foul. Anderson layup for the lead. No! The throwdown dunk, and the Gophers have the lead.
Gopher basketball is brought to you by Minnesota Lottery. If you're game for a little excitement, just say, I'm in. Now, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealers. Here's Jamie Verbrugi.
Ford, first for the visitors from Wisconsin. At guard, number 2, Nick Boyd. At guard, number 7, Andrew Rohde. At guard, number 25, John Blackwell. At forward, number 31, Nolan Winter. And at forward, number 32, Alexis Bielauskas. Badgers are led by head coach Greg Gard.
Greg Gard in year 11, 224 wins and 122 losses. 11-5 this year, Wisconsin. 3-2 in the Big Ten. Gophers are also 3-2 in the Big Ten. The officials for this one tonight, a veteran crew, Brian Dorsey, Earl Walton, and the third member of the crew is Jeb Hartness. So this is a crew that we have seen before. As for the Minnesota Golden Gophers, they come in 10-6 overall, 3-2 in the Big Ten as well. Nico Medved in year 1 in Minneapolis, his alma mater, University of Minnesota, 10-6 this year as mentioned, and 13 years overall as a head coach. And his overall career mark, 232 wins, 178 losses. This all-time series, slight lead by Wisconsin, 106-98. There are a handful of games that have been vacated, and the series actually goes more in Minnesota's favor when you count those in. Time for the Gophers starters, again sponsored by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer.
Starting lineup for your University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. At guard, a 6'4" senior from Denver, Colorado, number 6, Langston Reynolds. At forward, a 6'7" junior from Darien, Illinois, number 3, Bobby Durkin. At forward, a 6'7" senior from Monroe, North Carolina, number 10, Cade Tyson. At forward, a 6'8" junior from San Antonio, Texas, number 5, Jalen Crocker Johnson. For the Golden Gophers, a 6'3" sophomore from Cherry, number 1, Isaac Osama.
Golden Gopher basketball is on the air. The starters tonight, you just heard it, Osama, Reynolds, Durkin, Crocker Johnson, and Tyson for Minnesota. Boyd, Rhodey, Blackwell, Winter, and Bielauskas for Wisconsin. Minnesota 10-6, Wisconsin 11-5. Both teams are 3-2 in the Big Ten, so a crossroads type game. I'm Mike Grimm along with Al Nolan. Gophers wearing their old school gold jerseys with maroon and white trim, the Minnesota up across the chest and then down toward the belly of the underarch with the Gophers. And Al Nolan, a big one tonight here on the home floor.
It definitely is a big game. Border battle is always huge. You know, I'm wondering what type of emotions. I know the guys got to be a little bit nervous flowing. It's a nice crowd out here, so hopefully we get this W tonight.
No doubt about it. Minnesota coached by Nico Medved. He won his first border battle a week ago tonight against Iowa, resulting in a court rush. We'll see if he has border battle number 2 this time against Wisconsin and a win up his sleeve. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Gopher Radio Network. Nolan Winter, 7-foot junior from Lakeville, will tip off against Jalen Crocker Johnson. We mentioned the officials. Brian Dorsey is the referee tonight, and he will be the man tossing the ball in the air on this Tuesday night college basketball game. And it's controlled by Wisconsin. Minnesota will start on defense, and with the ball is Nick Boyd, the transfer from San Diego State. Gives out front to Rhodey, a St. Thomas transfer by way of Virginia. And now to Blackwell, their second leading scorer. It's Boyd, their leading scorer. Blackwell on the wing left, working against Isaac Osama, takes him to the baseline, leans in, got too deep. The kick out now to Winter. Now left side to Boyd with 7 to shoot. Boyd not a big threat from 3, and now with 4, with 3 working on Reynolds into the paint. Fadeaway shot good off the glass, and Nick Boyd has the first bucket on a tough take. Pretty well defended.
Yeah, and that's going to be a matchup we're going to have to watch out for. Lefty on lefty, and Reynolds is, like you said, he's not a big shooter, so Reynolds is going to have to give him a little bit of space because Boyd is quick.
Here is Jalen Crocker-Johnson back to the basket just outside the lane on the left elbow. Now to Osama. Bounces into the paint, kicks to Reynolds, now to Durkin. They're not sagging off Reynolds the way USC. They're giving him space, but they're not doing what USC did on Friday. Now it's Crocker-Johnson with 4 to shoot. Mouse in the house, shot up and good. Nice take on a little hook shot, and we're tied at 2 each.
Yeah, great recognition right there by Crocker-Johnson. You said they're not guarding Reynolds. However, they do have Nolan Winter on him and Boyd on Crocker-Johnson. So, like you said, Mouse in the house, nice shot.
Blackwell a 3 from the corner, and it is good. And it's 5-2 Wisconsin. They were red hot, Al. That was your immediate thing you said in your keys to the game or things to watch for is Gophers are going to have to contest the three-point line. That time, an open corner 3 for Blackwell, and he knocked it down. On the year, Blackwell 36%. Here's Reynolds into the paint, gave up a layup, and instead passes in the corner to Bobby Durkin, who nails the 3. And anything you can do, I can do better. They hit a 2, Minnesota hits a 2. They hit a 3, Minnesota hits a 3, and we're deadlocked at 5. And here's a ball tipped away. Last touch by Osama. Crowd thought maybe it was tipped by Blackwell after the deflection. They're going to look at it on the Minnesota bench. But even if you think you have it, I don't know if you burn a challenge this early in the ball game. We're not quite a minute and a half in. Inbound goes to Nick Boyd. He's out of New York. Started his career at FAU. He was on that Final Four team in 23 for them. Here's Rhodey finding Blackwell. Another 3. This one's short. Crocker-Johnson gets the board. Crocker-Johnson had only 1 rebound against USC Friday. You know that probably perturbs him, and I think he's going to have a big board night tonight. Here he tries a 3, misses. Offensive rebound, Tyson. Reynolds left open, doesn't shoot. Now to Osama. Gophers have a chance to take their first lead. Tyson has now touched it. They give to Reynolds. Driving in, working on Boyd. He's got a bit of a height advantage. Backing Nick Boyd down. Spins, tries to separate, does. High! Arcing layup, good. And Minnesota has its first lead, 7-5. Great patience there by Langston Reynolds.
Yeah, great job of getting Boyd down there on the post. Reynolds has a size advantage and just taking his time and being patient.
Rhodey will launch a 3 from in front of the Gopher bench, and he curls it home. And Wisconsin's back out front, 8-7. 17-20 to play here in the first half, and a pretty good start here for both clubs. Reynolds gives to Durkin, who has a 3 already out of Chicago. Now to Crocker-Johnson from San Antonio. He's being closely guarded there by Bill Biziauskas. Now off for Tyson. He had it poked away, and a whistle and a foul on Rhodey of Wisconsin.
Yeah, so what I was trying to explain to fans is, you know, USC played off Reynolds, but instead Wisconsin has matched up Nolan Winter with Reynolds instead of Boyd. And so Crocker-Johnson took advantage of Boyd down low, but now they caught him on Reynolds, and Reynolds did the same thing. So that's something we're going to have to watch out for, is those guys putting him in the post.
Inbound from underneath, it's Tyson, gives to Reynolds. Reynolds now sets a screen for Osama, pops into the paint, kick out to Crocker-Johnson, jab step. Ilaukas guarding him. Now back to Reynolds with 8 to shoot. Gophers trail by 1. Reynolds kicks to Crocker-Johnson. Backing down Winter. Spins in on him. Goes up with a shot and got the bucket to go. Crocker-Johnson with a pair of points in the paint. A pair of field goals. 4 total in the paint. And Minnesota back up by 1, 9-8.
You love to see that from him. He's playing strong and being aggressive. Right there, he just took Nolan Winter straight to the basket.
With the ball is Rhodey. He is a Wisconsin native. Started at St. Thomas and went to Virginia for a couple of years and playing his final year at Wisconsin. Pass down low to Bilalaukas. He stumbles a little bit and gives back out to Blackwell. He'll shoot a 16-footer. It is rimming out. Rebound, Cade Tyson, who had 8 boards Friday night. Outlet ahead to Reynolds. Now to Durkin, feeding left side for Osama. Takes it right to the paint. Layup, good. Isaac Osama's first field goal of the night. Minnesota up 3, 11-8.
Yeah, and I like that advanced pass by Tyson, and Reynolds crossed the court to kind of confuse the defense, and Osama was able to get a layup in the broken court.
Here's Rhodey off of his screen, left open, doesn't shoot this time, picks up the dribble, gives out front for Winter right of the arc. Now to Boyd, wanting to get downhill. Reynolds stays with him. Now it's a switch on a pick. Good move there on the drive is Boyd. Layup, no. Oh, and a whistle from Earl Walton way out front. The man right there underneath does not blow the whistle. Foul on Crocker-Johnson, and it'll be 2 shots coming up for Nick Boyd. When we come back, we're at the under 16 timeout. Good start for Minnesota, leading by 3, 11-8. 15:45 to play in the first. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out on the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Hey Gopher fans, Truestone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, Truestone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. Truestone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Gopher women's basketball is back at Williams Arena for the 2025-26 season, and single-game tickets are on sale now. Don't miss any of the action and get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
Hey, Gopher fans, turn to the experts at CenterPoint Energy for high-efficiency natural gas equipment rebates for your home and business. See why using natural gas is better for the budget and the environment. For more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/save energy. Welcome back. We're at the Federated Insurance broadcast booth here at Williams Arena. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you. Gophers up 3, 11-8, 15:45 to go in this first half. Badgers with free throws coming up. Al Nolan, your assessment of the first 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
I like what I'm seeing. I like the Gophers, putting pressure on that rim, in particular Jalen Crocker-Johnson. He had a few post up where he just bodied the guys up and used his strength and his size and was able to lay the ball up. Also, it's nice to see Bobby Durkin knock down his first 3. We're going to need him throughout this game. So they're looking good so far. They just got to continue to try to keep, like Coach Medved talked about in the pregame, these guys out of the paint.
Well, the foul there was on Crocker-Johnson, so he comes out of the game with the 1 foul. That's kind of been the strategy of late as Boyd hits the free throw. Grayson Grove in off the bench. The first sub off the bench brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. Ready to get in the game? Just say, I'm in. Grayson Grove says he's in. Second one by Boyd, who's 80%, is good. He's got 4, and Minnesota's lead has shrunk to 1, 11-1. 15:40 to play here in this opening half. Awesome against Boyd. Boyd harassing him right near half court. So Isaac goes around him, bounces to Reynolds, hops into the paint, pivots, in some trouble. Oh, finds a cutting Grove. Layup good. Grayson Grove making his appearance right away felt. And a beautiful assist there by Reynolds as he caught a pass from Asama, a hockey helper from him. Here's a lob down low. It's Winter deep in. They lob it over the shorter Durkin, who's not that short, 6'7", but Winter, 7 foot, makes the catch and the layup. 13-12 Minnesota.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned he's not that short. So Durkin is going to have to fight and battle with Winter a little bit more and not let it be such an easy entry pass.
Grove out front, gives to Reynolds. Now to Awesome off the screen. Gets a screen from Grove. Pivots out to Reynolds. Sagging off him. Now back to Asama. Right wing with 8 to shoot. Jab step. Wants to go right at the taller player. Finds a cutting Tyson. Floater is good. Assist Asama. Bucket Tyson his first. And Minnesota back up 3. 15-12. Pretty efficient offense for both teams. Gophers 7 of 8. Wisconsin 4 of 6. Here's Rhodey on a little bit of a nifty move toward the paint and then cut off there by Durkin. Good job. Here comes Winter with a handoff now to Boyd, who wants to go to work. They hedge hard on the screen. Good job by Grove. Now to Winter. Open 3. Back iron no. Reynolds the rebound, and here comes Minnesota wearing the gold. Reynolds crossing over. Feeds off to Asama. Gets around the man. Takes it in. Right on Winter. Layup is there. Bucket for Asama. He's got 4. Minnesota its largest lead at 5. 17-12. 14:05 to play in the half.
Yeah, and I like Asama didn't settle for the 3. Took the big man off the dribble, was able to finish strong against Winter at the basket.
Rhodey with it on the left wing, working on Durkin, who cuts him off. Lob back out to Winter. Right side now to Bielauskis. Now off to Boyd with 8 to shoot. Comes off of a screen. Back to Bielauskis. His 3's in the air, well short. And it's Asama the rebound. Outlet here to Reynolds, and the Gophers come the other way up by 5. 13:40 to go in the first. Reynolds to the corner left, and now the Gophers set a play. Reynolds backing down, uses that muscle, up with a shot, couldn't get it to go, but drew the foul from Boyd, and that's the physicality that Reynolds can play with.
Yes, he can, and we talk about that size advantage he has over Boyd, and he did a great job of just bringing it down, being patient, letting the team members know, hey, clear out, I'm about to post this guy up and take him to the basket.
Reynolds, not just about a 2-inch height advantage, but he's just a thicker player, right? He can just muscle his spot down there, as you said. And his free throw is good. Reynolds has really improved his free throw shooting. He is on the year 52%. And here comes Braden Carrington, as you can hear in the background. You were wondering what his impact would be. Well, one of the things is the Barnyard is giving him the business for leaving the school.
Yeah.
Indeed. So he comes in. Carrington, of course, a freshman and a sophomore here at Minnesota, and then off to Tulsa, and now back in the Big Ten with the rival Badgers. The next one for Reynolds is short, and the rebound off to Winter. Reynolds with 3 points, 18-12, Minnesota by half a dozen. 13:25 to go in this contest, or in this first half. Jack Janicki, a White Bear Lake product, another Minnesotan, into the game as well. He's got the ball left side. He has struggled with his shot so far this year, 26% from 3. He's got it now. Jab step, not much there. His mom was an All-American at Notre Dame from Minnesota, Mounds View. And with 3 to shoot, Boyd hesitates, has to throw up an off-balance 3. It's off the rim, no. Bouncing rebound, Tyson clears the glass. Quick outlet up to half court to Reynolds. It's a 1-on-3, so he waits for traffic. Now to Durkin, wide open 3, in and out. And the rebound to Carrington for Wisconsin. Badgers the other way, down 6, 12:45 to go in the half. Boyd comes off of a screen, gets to the free throw line, had it poked away, got it back. Tyson wasn't aware that it was rolling behind him as he was face guarding the kid Janicki from White Bear Lake. Here, and you can tell in the background, Carrington has the basketball. Good Barnyard tonight, even though school's not in session. Carrington hearing about it, and now off to Boyd with 4 to shoot. Boyd, another 3. That one is no good. Carrington, the offensive rebound, and he got fouled by Durkin or Grove. Not a shooting situation. It'll be an inbound underneath. They're going to get Bobby Durkin on the foul, who kind of slapped himself on the forehead there, thinking that he probably missed the blockout assignment there.
Yeah, and so far the Gophers have been doing a good job of just limiting the Badgers to one shot opportunity. And I also like that they're advanced passing that basketball and forcing the defense to stretch, and they're getting better opportunities where they don't have to go fully into their half-court offense.
Gophers winning the battle of the glass 6-3. Inbound to Blackwell, going right to work on Reynolds. Takes it to the paint, shot up and good. It was hindered by Grove, but Blackwell's a finisher, averaging 18, and he gets the bucket. 18-14. The lead is 4 for Minnesota.
And that's one of the things the Gophers don't want to allow is Blackwell to get going and downhill. He's one of the best in the Big Ten at that.
Tyson, ball fake. He's working against the 7-footer Will Garlock, a freshman out of suburban Madison, Middleton, Wisconsin. Playing more in recent weeks. Durkin off of a Grove screen, not much there. 8 to shoot for the Gophers, up by 4. Reynolds right to the rim. Layup is good. Sat on the rim for a minute and fell through. Good soft touch. And Minnesota matches its largest lead of 6. 11:40 to go first half. Carrington out front to Janicki, and now to Blackwell left of the arc. Waiting for a screen from Garlock. It's hard hedged by Grove. Contact, no whistle, and now to Carrington in front of the Minnesota bench. 14 to shoot for the Badgers. Blackwell with Boyd on the bench, really the go-to man now. Left-hand dribble, not much there. Cut off, and the kick out to Rhodey with 5. With 4, Rhodey is straight on NBA range 3, off the mark. Rebound into the corner, out of bounds. Last touch by Wisconsin's Garlock. He goes off the floor, hopping up over some Gopher fans down there. He's all right, luckily, and we will play on after this. 11:15 to go in the first. Minnesota by 6, 20-14. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce and shop happy.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $18 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. We have opportunities throughout the metro area. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marston.com or calling 651-641-1717 today.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at TicketKingOnline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
M Health Fairview is Minnesota's home to the most top docs and was just recently recognized as having 4 of the top-ranked hospitals in the state. Visit mhealthfairview.org to learn about world-class care you deserve right in your backyard. Gophers by 6, 11:15 to play. First half, Minnesota will have the basketball coming out of this timeout. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you from Williams Arena. Dan Robotham, our on-site engineer. Ryan Clark, our Gophers Sports Network producer. Al Nolan, Minnesota 9 of 11 from the floor. That's a pretty good formula.
Yeah, and they're playing great basketball, not settling for the 3. They have 16 of their 20 points are in the paint. So they're attacking that basket and living at the rim, and they're converting, so they're doing a great job. And then also on the defensive end, for the most part, they've kept Wisconsin out of the paint, contested the threes, and limited to one shot opportunity. And I also want to mention Blake Hoffauer is in the building.
Oh, wow.
And listen, one of the reasons I love Asama and Grove so much is because they have a similar story to Blake and I. They played for former Gopher Jonathan Williams for AAU. I played with Ryan Saunders and Spencer Tolleson. Shout out to Parrish Curry. And now they decided to come to the Gophers together. So that's one of the things why I love them so much. Got so much in common.
Those Minnesota kids stay at home. That's what it's about, Al.
Yes, sir.
Tubby Smith, by the way, he's going to win the Naismith Distinguished Service to Basketball Award this year. Honored at the Final Four. That just released today. So tip of the cap to your former head coach.
Shout out to Coach Smith and the family.
Salute to, you're right, Tubby and the whole gang. Donna Smith. She used to give us cookies on the flight. That was
I
great.
love the cookies, too.
She knew what favorite everyone had, too. She was into it. Here is a 3 by Shinholster, short, and the rebound comes off to Alexis Biajauskas. He's out of Lithuania, 6'10 freshman. And the Badgers down by 6 come the other way. On the wing left, Blackwell working toward the center off of a pick, gets to the block, and that's the second straight time they've run that. And he has 7 as he gets the layup good, 20-16. Minnesota by 4. They've had a couple of 6-point advantages. Wisconsin is led by 3. Back and forth tussle here, but the Gophers have had the better end of it in the recent minutes. Asama for Minnesota, left wing, gives to Grove out front. Fakes a handoff to Asama, waits, now to Tyson. Ball fake, working toward the paint, dribbled off his foot, got it back. And with 6 to shoot, pass in the corner to Asama. His three's back iron, no good, and Carrington the rebound for the Badgers. Quickly up for Wisconsin, wearing their road reds, by the way, with the white trim. Lob down low to the big man, Biajauskas. His shot up and good. Little awkward-looking shot, but he got it to go. 4 straight, and the lead is cut to 2 for Minnesota, 20-18. Durkin gives left side for Tyson. Now to Grove out front. Right wing for Asama. Back to Grove. Handoff Asama. Gets a screen from Grove. Step back 16-footer is all net. He's got 6. By the way, for Asama, his first career points against Wisconsin, of course, played twice against them last year, came away scoreless in both, once there, once here. So good to see him off to a nice start against the rival. Blackwell working on Asama in the corner left, got into the paint, spins in, lost the ball, tipped away, last touch by Asama, but what good defense. And they're letting him play a little bit there. That was a good, hard, physical stop in the paint.
Yeah, and Asama's going to have to be physical because Blackwell is a physical driver, and he'll put his head down, and he's relentless. So Asama has to stay on his toes and be ready, and great job right there by the young fellow from Cheria doing just that.
Langston Reynolds back into the game. Durkin will get a breather. That's his first break since the Iowa game. He played all 45 minutes against USC. So he's going to get a breather. Here's Carrington. He'll launch a high arcing 3 and knock it down. Oh, and he turns to the barnyard and flashes the W to them. Woo. Carrington, and it's a 22-21 Minnesota lead. He's not one to shy away, right?
I wouldn't be shying either.
Here is Tyson on the wing right. Gives out front to Crocker Johnson. One dribble and off to Osama. Gets a good screen from Crocker Johnson to Shinholster baseline. Hops in. Kick out Reynolds. Wants to go downhill. Oh, and a charge on a flop. Just an absolute flop by Carrington. And Brian Dorsey just allowed it. I mean, just an absolute flop.
And right there, he was kind of anticipating Reynolds to drive. You know, they're not going to close out on him too hard when he's at the three-point line, so Reynolds has to be ready to make his counter move on that.
I'm not even, I mean, what got him was the arm on the chest, and that, but he flung back like he had just been hit by a SUV. Here's a shot on a layup by Rhodey, no good, and Crocker Johnson the rebound. He did get his arm up on the chest. That's what Dorsey saw, so that's the call. Here's Tyson, his shot blocked, but he'll go to the line to shoot two as he took it right to the baseline, and that fouls on Nolan Winter.
And help me to pronounce 32's name for bad.
So it's Biayauskas.
Biayauskas. Listen, I was watching him on TV, and they were talking about how he played pro over Europe and then came here. You know they're having that big debate about now how some G League guys are coming back. That's a trick. That's a little bit tricky.
That's why they're letting the G League guys come back. For years, that's been the case. They've allowed those Euro pros who have played, you know, a few games here and there. They usually, like years ago, as well, you got to sit out the first 8 games or whatever. Well, now there's guys that have never played in the NBA but have played in the G League and have college eligibility. They've never started their college career wanting to have, and I think the Euro model is exactly what you said. It's like, how can you allow that and not this?
Right.
And so at some point they'll probably need some collective bargaining, but that's a whole nother topic that we could fill a couple of podcasts with for sure. Boyd's back in the game. Both free throws good by Cade Tyson. Minnesota's lead is 3. We approach the 8-minute mark of this first half. Carrington will launch another high-arcing three, and man, he got it again, and he turns again to the barnyard. Carrington on the year, 38%. He's got 6. And that is good work there by Carrington, and we're tied at 24.
Yeah, and he had a pretty good game against Michigan, so you know he's feeling confident in coming back home and wants to show the Gophers what they're missing.
Yep, he had 12 in that win against Michigan. Here's a fadeaway shot by Tyson that restakes the lead for Minnesota. 26-24. Lead is 2, a 12-footer, part of the paint. Nolan Winter gives to Carrington, working on Shinholster. Into the paint, off-balance shot, short. Rebound tipped, and it comes off to Osama. Gophers up 2 with the ball, 7:20 to go in the half. Tyson in rhythm 3 left side, no good. And the rebound to Biayauskas out of Lithuania. Pass ahead to Boyd. And Minnesota up 2, retreats to defense. Pass down low to Winter, shot up and good as he had the height advantage on Tyson in a pre-call play there. And Winter now with 4, and we're tied at 26. 7 even to go here in this opening half. Reynolds comes off of a screen, works to the elbow left. Bouncing down low to Crocker Johnson. Got nudged before the shot by Winter, his second, and the team's 4th. Not a shooting situation. We have an officials timeout on the floor. It'll be an inbound for Minnesota, a fresh 20 on the shot clock, and 6:55 to go in the half. Gophers and Badgers deadlocked at 26. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Attention ranch dip lovers, your source for flavor has now arrived with Prairie Farms' new classic ranch dip. It starts with our award-winning sour cream blended with garlic, onion, parsley, and buttermilk to make a superior ranch dip that your taste buds will savor. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores and then visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win a dairy prize package. Support local dairy farmers with the delicious taste of Prairie Farms' classic ranch dip.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
When your home needs a hero, count on Hero Home Services to keep you safe and comfortable every season. Serving the Twin Cities for over 100 years, our team handles it all, from heating and cooling to plumbing and electrical. Whether you need a repair or maintenance, Hero is committed to providing exceptional home service. No shortcuts, just service backed by experience and ready when you need us most. Call Hero Home Services today at 612-238-3585.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
Well, a big round of applause. Abby Murphy, Gopher senior women's hockey player. They're honoring her. She's going to be a member of the Olympic team next month. And she had an American flag. 3 of her teammates representing other countries as well. This Gopher hockey team on the women's side ranked number 3 in the country. Abby Murphy, by the way, folks, if you were looking for an unbelievable highlight, check your social media channels and search Abby Murphy for her assist in the game this weekend where she driving down, flipped the puck up in the air, then smashes it down to go between the defender's legs.
I saw that on Sports.
Reaches around, one-hand slap to her teammate for the goal. One of the great plays you'll ever see.
That was impressive.
It was pretty cool. And the Gophers got the sweep over the weekend of Minnesota State Mankato. Well, right here and right now, it's Gophers-Badgers, and we have played now, 13 minutes and 5 seconds, and we're deadlocked at 26.
Yeah, and the Gophers are doing a really good job. They've only knocked down 1-3, but like I talked about, they've been putting pressure on the rim. Badgers, however, are starting to get down low and post up with Nolan Winter, so the Gophers are going to figure something out and make sure he doesn't get that position, but so far, so good.
And Braden Carrington, 2 threes, has gotten his team back to a tie. Minnesota had a couple of 6-point leads. Crocker Johnson on the inbound. A 3 is good! Jalen Crocker Johnson has 7, and the lead back to 3 for Minnesota. 29-26, 6:40 to go here, opening half. Gophers now in a zone here. With it out front is Janicki to Boyd on the right wing. Now to Blackwell, left wing, way out front, centers the basketball out front. Now in front of the Minnesota bench to Boyd, directing some traffic, not much there. Blackwell back to Boyd, around the perimeter, Janicki in the corner. Bielskis a 3 that's short, rebound Osama for Minnesota. Bielskis was 5 of 10 in threes in that win against Michigan, by far his best career game. In fact, he had only 8 threes the rest of the year, had 5 on Saturday. That one was no good. He's 0 for 2. Minnesota by 3 with the ball. We approach the 6-minute mark here of the opening half. Durkin on the wing right. He's got a 3. Now to Reynolds. He'll fire a 3 in and out. Rebound comes off to Winter for Wisconsin. I like that shot, though. I think he's going to have to keep defenses honest and make them at least look at that as a potential part of the offense. 5:50 to go on the half. Zone again for Minnesota. This time it's Winter at 3. It rims out. Rebound back tapped, and it comes to Osama for the Gophers as Minnesota controlling the glass now 10-6. Not a lot of rebounds because these teams are shooting the ball well. Here's Osama, a little hesitation move, lost the ball, had to track it down and pick it up, lost his dribble. Now gives to Tyson, down low. Crocker Johnson, drop step, shot, yes, and 1. Jalen Crocker Johnson, a chance to get into double figures. He's got 9 right now. Blackwell the foul, and Minnesota by 5, and Crocker Johnson to the line.
Yeah, and I love the big fella looking to post up, and they're finding him right there. He got a mismatch off the down screen where Blackwell got caught up on him, and he called for that ball, and Tyson with a nice feed, and then he was patient and took his time and, used his strength, was able to power up for the and one. Loving how the big fella's playing right now.
Crocker Johnson toes the line on the season. Crocker Johnson, a 71% free throw shooter. The lefty missed the shot, too strong, and the rebound to Carrington. 31-26, Gophers by 5. 5:20 to play in this first half. Gophers 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Here's Winter, heart of the paint, working on Crocker Johnson. Spins, pivots, once, twice, layup. Good. Boy, those long legs. It didn't take much. 2 steps, and he's right at the rim. He's got 6, and it's 31-28.
Yeah, and I know right there they were playing a 2-3 zone. However, if Winter gets it down there on the block, it's going to be tough to stop him. So Gophers are going to have to figure out a way to make sure he does not get that catch down there on the block and make it uncomfortable for him.
Oh, and here's a emerging detail as coming off of a screen was Tyson. They call a reach foul on John Blackwell, and that's 2 now on Blackwell, and he'll come out with 4:56 to go in the half. And Greg Gard now giving it to the official over there. That is Jeb Hartness. Not a shooting situation, just 6 on Wisconsin. It'll be an inbound for the Gophers. Into the game is Rhodey. Reynolds the inbound, gives to Durkin. Pass down low. Oh, and he had an open man, and it was just wide. Crocker Johnson, not sure Crocker Johnson kind of waved at Durkin to indicate maybe he went to the wrong spot. He was open. The ball just didn't go to where he was.
Yeah, I think he was trying to tell him, just hold on, wait for me to come on the screen. I'm wide open. Just give me a second.
He would have had a layup, and the Gophers' lead would have gone to 5. Here's a pass in the short corner. Now in the corner to Carrington, a 3. That one's an air ball, and certainly the crowd will reciprocate, and the rebound comes off to the Gophers. Nice little back and forth there with the student body and Carrington here as he knocked down a pair of threes. And now missed one. Here's Crocker Johnson. Got fouled and a shot. No, but to the line will be Crocker Johnson. He's 0 for 1. That was Biajauskas on the block attempt. And to the line, Crocker Johnson trying to get to double figures. Minnesota by 3, make it 31-28.
Yeah, and a great job by Crocker Johnson, making sure he's putting pressure on the bigs for Wisconsin. They're posting up on this, and he has to make them work on the other, and he's doing just that.
This time he hits all net. He's got a game-high 10 tops on the floor for either team. Grove in, and now Cade Tyson is out of the game for the first time. Well, he played all 45 minutes in the USC game. I think he played all 40 in the Iowa game. I'm going to double check that. So
yeah, he did.
I think you're right. Last time he might not have played was when he got in foul trouble against FDU around Christmas time. Missed the second, did Crocker Johnson. The Gopher lead is 4. 4:15 to go. Gophers in his zone. We're in the first half. Boyd out front. Right side, Rhodey. Back to Boyd. Left wing for Carrington. Carrington to Boyd. Jab step, tries to find a gap. Good job by Reynolds to cut him off. Already down to 9 to shoot. Now to Carrington on the left wing. Gives to the free throw line to Winter. 5 to shoot. Working on Grove. Grove forces him to backpedal. Not much there. Fadeaway high arcing shot is an air ball and a shot clock violation and a turnover. And that turnover not only helps the Gophers but also the community. Federated Mutual Insurance Company donates $50 every time the Gophers force a turnover. That money goes to big brothers, big sisters. At Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours. We're in the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. The Gophers have a 4-point lead, and they'll have the ball when we come back. 3:54 to play in the first. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Playing the Minnesota Lottery is a great way to add some win to your winter. Because while it's long, winter should be fun. And it's the everyday moments that help us through winter. A hot chocolate waiting when we come inside. An extra set of gloves. A fluffy new winter hat. So win this winter by picking up winter scratch games from the Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Gopher men's basketball team for the Gophers Win You Win promotion this season. After every Gopher men's basketball victory, fans win 6 free wings. The offer is valid at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout Minnesota with a $10 minimum purchase for 2 days following each Gopher win. Fans are also invited to join the Nico Medved Coaches Show on Tuesdays from 12 to 1 at the Buffalo Wild Wings University of Minnesota location. For full details, visit gophersports.com/BWW. Buffalo Wild Wings is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics and the official sports bar of March Madness.
Gopher men's basketball is back. It's the first season under head coach Nico Medved, and the action is heating up at Williams Arena. Experience the energy of the barn all season long. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
3 minutes, 54 seconds to play here first half. Gophers leading by 4, 32-28. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you. Gophers will have the ball. Leading by 4, under 4 to play. School here at the U of M starts a week from today, second semester, and last week and on Friday just okay, the student section, but with Wisconsin in town, it's up under the rafters, Al Nolan, and they have had an impact here so far.
Yeah, it's filled up, and you love to see it. And I want to go back to that last possession with Nolan Winter's air ball. Great job by Grayson Grove, where Nolan Winter caught the ball in the big sign, but Grove didn't give up any ground, and he forced him to continue to make multiple moves into the air ball. So that's what he's going to have to continue to do, is force Nolan Winter to work when he gets that ball down low.
Tyson stays on the bench out of the timeout, but Grove will check in now, the next dead ball. Grove with the ball out front, pivots and gives to Durkin on the right wing. Gophers by 4. A 3 here would give them their largest lead of the day. Here is Crocker Johnson, spins to Grove, left open, doesn't shoot. Now to Durkin, working to the corner left. Now the baseline doubled. Now to Reynolds, out front. Osama with 5 to shoot, finds a cutting Reynolds, spins into traffic and got tied up, or a foul, tied up, and it will stay Minnesota ball, but they only have 3.4 to shoot. Tyson coming in. So that more than likely will give Wisconsin the ball to start the second half, but that's all right. The Gophers now need to capitalize with just 3.4 and get a good look here, which is easier said than done. Inbound for Osama, left as you look in. Waiting. Boy, Crocker Johnson was getting held, and now they give to Tyson with 1. Spins, fadeaway shot, short, and the rebound to Winter. Outlet quickly for Wisconsin to Boyd. He motors into the offensive end in a hurry, but he's cut off by Crocker Johnson, and the Gophers retreat again into the zone. Wisconsin on the night, 11 of 24. They've hit 4 threes. We approach the 3-minute mark. Winter gives out front. Janicki a 3. That's back iron, no. And Crocker Johnson, another rebound for Minnesota, his 4th. Gophers up 4 with the ball. 3 minutes to play in the half. Jalen with the ball. Spins into the paint. Lost it out of bounds, and it will be Wisconsin ball. A little quick with that move for Crocker Johnson. He's 4 of 5, though. 10 points. And that was his first turnover.
Yeah, and you don't mind that because, like you said, he's 4 or 5. He's hot so far, and it's been working out well for him so far. So, hey, sometimes you get a turnover being aggressive, but you love him being aggressive trying to get downhill.
Zone again here for Minnesota. Rhodey with it on the left wing. Jab step, not much there, not a Carrington. They find Janicki, who tried to enter it, and it's stolen away. It was Grove with the long arms. Reynolds now into the offensive end. Finds Grove underneath, layup good. Gophers match their largest lead of 6, 34-28, points off of turnovers. 2:25 to go in the half. Just the second Badger turnover, and Minnesota takes advantage. Carrington, an NBA range 3. Oh, laid a brick, and the rebound comes off to Grove. Gophers a chance to take their largest lead. Reynolds ahead to Osama. Back out to Reynolds, trying to get downhill. One hand pass to Johnson. That's Crocker Johnson working on Janicki. Now to Tyson on the wing right. Grove now out front, 15 to shoot. Grove lobbing into the mid-post. Crocker Johnson working on Rhodey. Shot up, no. Putback tip, no. And Janicki the rebound. Outlet for Wisconsin to Boyd, who has 4 points. It's into the offensive end. Finds Carrington, who hit his first 2 threes and missed his last 2. Now to Rhodey. And he lost his footing. Oh, rolled an ankle. And here come the Gophers on a turnover. A 3-on-1. Tyson finds Grove. And he is fouled. He passed to Tyson, so this will be a 1-and-1. Rhodey is up and walking it off. Coming from the backcourt now into the front court. He rolled his ankle. Don't know if he stepped on Tyson or just rolled it on an edge. But he tumbled to the deck, and Tyson just picked up the ball and led the fast break. We're watching the replay. No, he just that left ankle just gave way on his own, and that looks painful. Boy, and you've had that, Al, right? That's one of those where you feel like you want to chop your leg off at the knee, and then sometimes you come back 3 minutes later and you're fine. Other times it could be an 8-week injury. So Wisconsin certainly keeping their fingers crossed. There's a free throw good by Grove.
Yeah, and it looked like he headed down to the locker room. But I also want to say great job by K. Tyson to really moving his feet and getting in front of him and beating him to the spot and was able to get the steal. So great defense by him.
Grove missed the second, but the Gophers have their largest lead at 7 points. Football score 35-28. I don't know if we'll see Paul Bunyan's axe tonight, speaking of football, with this rivalry. Maybe they'll bring it out. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they just keep it in the trophy case. Here is Boyd being worked over by Reynolds in his own defense. Now to Carrington. 10 to shoot. 1:15 to go in the half. Gophers by 7. Their largest lead. Carrington finds a short corner to Winter. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped, and Osama has it. Minnesota winning the glass 15-12. Quickly ahead to Tyson. Back to Osama. Left wing. Crocker Johnson. Open 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Blackwell for the Badgers. That would have given the Gophers a 10-point advantage. Blackwell trying to go coast to coast. Lost the ball. Grove again moving the feet. Forced a turnover. Turnover number 4 now on Wisconsin. Under a minute to go in the first. And Langston Reynolds running the point, directing some traffic. He has Tyson go to the left corner. Osama block now on the left side. Out front to Grove. Back to Reynolds. 12 to shoot. Now to Tyson. Oh, he had an open 3 and passed it up. Instead hops into the paint. Shot blocked from behind. Spinning the other way, Boyd into the offensive end. Layup. No! Couple of Badgers come away with it. Put that block by Grove. And Reynolds has it. Shot clock off. And Nico Medved holds up one finger to hold for 1. That block shot was something else. That's a Thrivent block for hunger. $25 from Thrivent to second Harvest Heartland. 10 to shoot in the half. Gophers by 7. Osama with 8. With 7 out front. Working left off of a screen. Drives into the paint. Leads in. Off the window. No. And the rebound tipped loose and no shot. And we will go to halftime seeing Minnesota with a 7-point lead at the break. Golden Gophers 35. Badgers 28. Minnesota 7-1 when leading at the half. 9-1 overall at home. The halftime show is coming up. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8-piece, please. Or, let's be real, maybe 12-piece. Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken and shop happy.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Get ready to run for a reason. Goldie's Run, presented by Abbott, is back on April 12, 2026. Join thousands of Gopher fans and runners at the University of Minnesota for the annual 10-mile, 5K, and Kids Run. Early bird registration is now open at the lowest price of the year. So register now and save. Bring your friends, your family, and your best maroon and gold. Sign up today at goldiesrun.com. United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
Gopher basketball is brought to you by Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels, proud supporter of Golden Gopher basketball. Welcome to the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Minnesota Corn Growers Association on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Committed to innovation and community. That's Minnesota Corn. Learn more at mncorn.org.
Halftime show sponsored by MN Corn. Time for our first half summary, brought to you by M Health Fairview, home to the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities and 2 others in the top 10, according to U.S. News and World Report. For top-tier care, visit mhealthfairview.org. Minnesota leading 35-28. Gophers led by Jalen Crocker-Johnson with 10 points and 4 rebounds. 6 for Tyson. He also has 3 rebounds. Awesome, 5 rebounds and 6 points. 5 points each for Reynolds and Grove. 3 for Bobby Durkin. Shinholster played and did not score. John Blackwell with 7. Braden Carrington with 6. Nolan Winter with 6. 4 for Nick Boyd for the Badgers. 3 points for Andrew Rohde. 2 points for Bielyauskas. And Janicki and Garlock played and did not score. And that is the tail of the tape for Wisconsin and Minnesota. Minnesota, right now, their largest lead of 7, 35-28. Well, our thanks to M Health for sponsoring the summary of the first half. Parker Fox, former
Big
Golden
Fox.
Gopher. He's with us at halftime. No TV duties tonight for Big Parker, so he's here enjoying the game and is going to hang with us here for a few minutes. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, good to hear from you guys, man. This is fun. It's electric back in the barn. You got the border battle. It's nothing better than this.
Well, what's your breakdown so far? Put those TV skills to use here for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I like where we're at. I think I was talking to Willie Burton here on the sideline, and it's really been our defense. Coach Nico Medved kind of switching to the 2-3 zone there the second half, of that first half, and I think that mixed them up a little bit. Now we got to continue to rebound out of it and not allow them to get easy ones, and then offensively, continue to play at your pace. You don't have to be a team that you're not. Play at your tempo, play at your pace, get to your pin downs, get to your movement in the Princeton-style offense, and then Cade Tyson's going to get it going here in the second half here. 0 for 1 from 3 in the first half, but I think a big half is in order for Cade Tyson.
Yeah, Fox, I miss saying, the Fox is on the loose. Now you done transition on over to TV and radio. What was your experience like, in the border battle against Wisconsin?
I had a lot of fun. You know me, Al. I'm from Minnesota. I grew up, with the saying that there's nothing in your life that matters except for when Minnesota beats Wisconsin. Better dead than red, all the sayings in the world. And unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to do that. And people know that. I went 0 for 4. So I'm on the other side of cheering it on now and playing at the Kohl Center, playing here in front of the best fans in the country. It's truly a special thing. And I'm hoping we can keep this 7-point lead going in the second half.
Yeah, and that's all good. And let me ask you this. How's your transition been from playing ball now to TV and radio analyst? How's that going for you?
Oh, man, it's so fun. I think so many people leave the sport and you're looking for teams. You're looking for, just the community aspect of showing up for a game and being fired up and ready to go. And TV's really allowed me to do that. And as you guys know, I continue to do the radio stuff with PA and the Power Trip guys. And I think I'm meant for it. And I think it's something that I found a lot of a passion for. And I'm excited to see how it can grow.
Yeah, I heard you breaking down NFL playoffs the other day, for crying out loud. You got it all there, brother. No doubt about it. Let me ask you a question here, too, in regard to we saw Abby Murphy with the U.S. flag out here.
Yeah.
You've got some, family connection, I guess, soon, right?
That's right.
You and Taylor Heisey, of course, engaged. Taylor Heisey will be on that same U.S. team.
Put a ring on it.
How's hockey life for a basketball guy?
It's funny, Graham. I'm doing rinkside reporting for Hockey Day Minnesota up in a couple of weeks here. I never thought I would imagine myself saying that and being a part of that, but no, I'm learning a lot about hockey. And then, Taylor and I are getting married next August, and but before that, she's got an Olympic gold medal to go try to get. So we're going to go over to Milan in February, and she's locked in and ready to go. And then another Milan connection, Peyton Willis is actually over there in Milan, so I'm already linked up with him. We're going to get together and hopefully be able to hang out a little bit.
Yeah, that's so cool. And of course, she plays for the Frost now, played for the Gophers, and the Frost moved their way up into second place and trying to get 3 straight titles.
That's right. Yeah, it's been these pro men's teams can't bring us championships, so good thing we got the Lynx and the Frost.
That's for sure.
Well, hey, always great to have you. When you next on? When can we listen?
Yeah, TBD still on the TV stuff, but I'm on every Monday and Wednesdays on right here on this station on KFAN.
All right, very good. Awesome work.
Give PA my regard. That's my guy.
I will. Appreciate you guys.
All right, good work. Parker Fox, former Gopher, with us here at the half. Gophers lead it 35-28, and MN Korn brings you the halftime show. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey Gopher fans, True Stone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, True Stone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. True Stone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Prairie Farms is a proud supporter of Gopher Athletics and the Student Athlete of the Month. Each time you purchase Prairie Farms dairy products, you are supporting local farm families right here in Minnesota. We're committed to providing the highest quality, award-winning dairy products for your family to enjoy. Visit prairiefarms.com for recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages. Support Minnesota dairy farmers and remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Gophers lead by 7. MN Korn brings you the halftime show. Time for this Cub scoreboard, brought to you by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. One other game going in the Big Ten. Late first half, Michigan State ranked 12th, leading Indiana in East Lansing 36-27, close to this one. And then Oregon at Nebraska a little later on, Maryland at USC a little later on. We're at the half. Gophers by 7. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans know the power of a great team. M Health Fairview University of Minnesota Medical Center is ranked the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities by U.S. News & World Report. This is more than an award. It's a reflection of our team of doctors, nurses, and staff who deliver world-class care so you can be at the top of your game. As the official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics, M Health Fairview is proud to serve people across the state.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
I'm Clay Geary, former wide receiver for the Minnesota Gophers.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we are part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn McCreevy. 5 generations proudly serving the Twin Cities with distinct funeral and cremation services for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn McCreevy wishes new head coach Nico Medved and the Golden Gophers good luck this basketball season. Family owned and family operated since 1857. You can visit washburnmccreevy.com. Washburn McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established.
Gophers with the lead here at halftime. Welcome back to Williams Arena. Gophers 35, Badgers 28. MN Korn brings you the halftime show. And Dave Thorson, assistant coach, joins us here. Coach Thorson, good first half, leading by a touchdown here on the Badgers.
Well, you know, how about 9 straight stops at the end of the first half? Obviously, the switch to zone kept them off balance a little bit, but I loved our effort on the glass as well.
Yeah, Coach Thorson, you guys did a great job on defense of keeping them out of the paint and then also contesting the shot. They went 4 for 15 to the three-point line and 12 points in the paint. What's the strategy for this coming half?
Well, you know, obviously, they hit a couple threes early, and we just got to make sure that we challenge them. And then down on the other end, you know, we just got to share the ball. When we move the ball, you know, the characteristics of Nico Medved's offense is when the ball moves, you get great shots, and that's what we need to continue to do.
All right, very good, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
There is Dave Thorson, assistant coach, with us here on our halftime show, sponsored by MN Korn. And Al Nolan, your assessment of half number 1, a football score here, 35-27. 25-28 Gophers.
Yeah, I thought they played a great half, really kept it at their pace. They limited it at three-pointer. They ran them off the three-pointers, contested three-pointers. Like Coach Thorson talked about, I love that they're mixing it up from the man to the 2-3. That really confused Wisconsin, I believe. Although they did have a little bit of success with Nolan Winter down low, they've done a pretty good job. And then also on the offensive end, they've been attacking the paint. They got 22 of the 35 points in the paint. Jalen Crocker-Johnson has really been the story and is using his big body frame. I always talk about his LeBron James measurables, and he's doing just that of dominating the paint down low on the offensive end.
Gophers were 12 of 16 from 2.
Nice.
That's pretty good, right?
Yes, it
is.
is.
What you're talking about. And, you know, the other thing, looking at this, so this game's now here for the taking, right? You've reached halftime, you're up 7. You play a good half, you can win this game. Then you go to 4-2, and Wisconsin sits at 3-3. It's only one game, but the human nature aspect of the difference between 3-3 and 4-2, it seems like it's an ocean of space.
Oh yeah, and this would be absolutely a huge game as well because it's the border battle, it's the rivalry. So you know, we have to see them again this season. So you want to take care of home court. So this will be a fantastic win for the Gophers. And right now they're looking like they're on track to do just that.
Yeah, in fact, it's an interesting schedule. The Gophers and Badgers will play 2 weeks from tomorrow. Normally, it seems we will see Wisconsin here or there early and then see them the last weekend of the year. And this year, it's within 15 days of each other. So you and I don't know, we'll see if Dan Robotham wants to come along, but we'll be heading to Madison here in about, 2 weeks from today. We'll be making the trip over there in the game 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Man, I hope our man Dan decides to go on the trip and not leave us.
Yeah, it's a coin toss at best right now, I'd say. Well, Gophers have a game here for the taking. Let's see what they got going for them. A good crowd here tonight, too, which is, yes, as always, there's some red in the stands, but maroon and gold showing up here.
They definitely showed up here tonight, and also in this second half, they're going to have to really, they've been in the game, but they're going to be in this game and make sure they carry Minnesota across this finish line.
All right, the Gophers will go with their usual starters, and will be on defense to start. Crocker-Johnson, Reynolds, Awesome, who had a really good first half, Durkin and Tyson, Winter, Blackwell, Boyd, Rhodey, and Biajauskas. He's out of Lithuania. They have a bunch of 6'10", 7-footers. Austin Rapp's a 6'10" guy. He started the first 7 games. He's been banged up, hasn't played in 3 games. They got a 6'10" guy out of Italy who's played just 9 games. Winter's 7 foot. The freshman here that's playing is 6'10", and they got a freshman, Will Garlock, who's 7 foot. So they've got some length on this Badger roster. Really playing only about 3 of those guys right now. All right, so Wisconsin to start. They're down 7. They'll shoot toward the barnyard end, and the clock never started. So it's a redo. The officials, they have belt packs, and usually they each push a button to start the clock, and the official scoreboard operator will also start the clock. So somehow there must be a computer issue, because I doubt it got by 4 different people that the clock didn't start for this second half. So we'll see what they want to do here. I don't know if they'll take some seconds off here or just say, let's just restart. It looks like they are taking some time off.
Let me ask you this. I talked to him earlier today in the meeting. Who are my good 3 gentlemen down there right in front?
They're here every game. It's a good question. We should get names and give those guys some credit.
Yeah.
We got the official score, and then a couple of other guys who help with the scorebook, and now they will take 3 seconds off. So it will not be a redo. It will just be a re-entry.
And I just want to say I love those guys.
They're awesome. We see them every week. Stu Thornley's one of them down there. I do recognize him. And it doesn't start again. Now the shot clock resets to 20. And we might have a computer software issue here, Al Nolan. We got any software engineers in the building?
That good old technology.
Is there a software engineer in the house? It should not be 20. It should be 27. There they go. They put it back on 27. And this will be a redo. So this is the 3rd time we've tried to start the second half here, 3 seconds in. And the inbound goes, and the shot clock's not working, and they have to stop it again. Blackwell shot a 3 and missed it. The students went nuts because they thought we should get the, we being them, Gophers get the ball, but.
And I love the theme music that they're playing in the background during this.
Greg Gard shaking his head, and Nico pacing a little bit. That time the game clock started, but the shot clock was stuck at 27, and it's still stuck. There you can hear the music. Al's got that on his iPod Shuffle.
Oh, you know it.
So if they keep doing this, Wisconsin's going to have about 1 second to shoot, because now, I mean, at no fault of their own, they've taken 7 seconds off the clock. And if I'm Greg Gard, I'm a little peeved here. Like maybe it's the hometown strategy.
Hey, we'll take anything we can get
him a shot clock violation
out of here.
And I was going to say to you, too, about the X. I mean, why not bring it out? Anytime we have an opportunity to bring that thing out, we need to bring that thing out.
Yeah, with Wisconsin in town when it's in your possession, Barnyard would have loved to have seen. Bring a couple football guys out here and parade it around, maybe. All right, let's see if it works this time. And it looks like everything's working and everyone's having fun, but the Badgers have just 23 to get the shot off now. Blackwell out front, left side, on the wing to Rohde. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, now to Winter, right side, reversing. Boyd, hesitation to the free throw line. Gophers in a man-to-man defense to start the half. They double Blackwell. He comes off of a screen, into the paint, off-balance shot, rims, no. Offensive rebound, Bialyauskas, put back, no, and a foul whistled, and a second chance opportunity here at the line. Crocker Johnson's second foul, the first of the half. Man, Crocker Johnson, there wasn't much contact there on the replay. Tyson maybe was the guy who got a left hand on the ball, but Crocker Johnson, I don't think he ever touched him, did he?
Yeah, Crocker Johnson didn't touch him at all. They switched it over.
They do to give it to Tyson now?
Yep.
Yep. So at the line will be Bialyauskas, 50% free throw shooter, just 2 of 4 all season. 7-footer out of Lithuania. First one is good. He's up to 3 points. He had a career high 17 in their upset against Michigan Saturday. They won that game 91-88. Michigan had been undefeated and ranked second. First points of the half come at the free throw line for Wisconsin. Second one also good. Up to 4 points for Bialyauskas. And it's 35-30, Minnesota by 5. 35 seconds into the second half. Langston Reynolds on the first possession gives to Asama on the wing left. Now short corner left. This is Reynolds back to the basket. Gets a screen from Crocker Johnson into the paint. Kick out to Asama, right wing. Hops into the paint, pivots, lobbing down low, and it's tipped away by Boyd, off of Boyd, and with 8 to shoot, Minnesota will inbound from the right side as you look in. Boyd's pretty good athlete there. He was able to deflect that ball. And Reynolds will be the inbound man. Couple of screens set, and it comes into Asama. Open corner 3 right side, and he caroms it in. He's got 9, and the lead is 8, largest of the night. Good way to start offensively for Minnesota.
Yeah,
a minute into the half.
Great job right there by Asama coming off that double screen, was able to knock down that corner 3.
Oh, and a foul on a little pick and roll. And they're going to get Asama as I think it was Winter setting the screen. He tried to fight through it, and that was away from the ball. Neither the ball handler or the guy with the ball or the guy setting the initial screen were in the neighborhood. In for Blackwell, corner. Brings it out and gives into the corner to Boyd. Ball fake on Reynolds. Takes it into the paint. And he traveled. Turnover. Good defense again by Reynolds. Oh, and now Boyd and Reynolds getting eyeball to eyeball. And Reynolds pumping up the barnyard now. Nothing like a good rivalry.
And nothing like a good rivalry. And I was wondering when it was going to get a little chippy.
Boyd did not like that turnover. It was definitely a travel. I think he thought maybe he got nudged. I'm not sure, but Reynolds was not going to back down, that's for sure.
And it's a great job by Reynolds of being physical with the smaller guard.
Gophers by 8. A bucket would give them a double-digit lead. We're a minute 20 into the second half here at Williams Arena. Reynolds out front, gives to Durkin, working against Rohde. Gophers running some offense. It's Asama on the wing left. Baseline cut off. Now short corner. No man's land for Crocker Johnson. Now to Asama. Back to Jalen. Crocker Johnson takes it right at the big 7-footer. Got the bucket and one. Jalen Crocker Johnson. He's got a dozen and a free throw on the way. Beautiful two-man game left side.
I was just about to say great two-man game by Asama and Crocker Johnson right there. They ran a few pick and rolls right here on the sideline and was able to find Crocker Johnson at the top of the key. Obviously, he went straight down with that left hand, used his big body again, finished through the contact for the nice and one.
10-point advantage for Minnesota. At home, they're 9-1 this year. Free throw to try to complete the three-point play is good for Jalen Crocker Johnson. He has 13. The lead is 11, 41-30. Crowd is talking defense here at the barn. Minute 45 into the second. Brody backing away. He has a three early, nothing since. Now to Blackwell off of a screen, left open for three, all net. And the Badgers' answer is Blackwell's in double digits with 10. The lead 8 for Minnesota. 41-33. Crocker Johnson out front, right wing. They run a back cut, nothing there. Now to Tyson, working on Rhodey between the leg dribble, got him off balance, pivots in, tries to muscle him up, 12-footer short, and the rebound to Bielawskis for Wisconsin. Into the offensive end, to the corner, and Blackwell again, and 6 straight for Blackwell, a 3 from in front of the Badger bench. He's got 13, and the 11-point lead has been trimmed to 5, and a little bit reminiscent of what the Badgers did in Ann Arbor, where they had 4 threes to start the second half, and it went from a tight game to a game that Wisconsin controlled. Gophers down 5, or up 5 right now, 17-15 to go. 6 straight for Wisconsin. Here's Durkin off of a screen. Cross-court pass down low from Tyson to Crocker Johnson, layup, good. Great feed, and another, really 3 men involved in that offense, and the Gophers extend it to 7, 43-36. Gopher crowd talking defense 3 minutes into the second half. Winner against a zone, short corner on Johnson. Hook shot, good from the right baseline. Tough look. 8 for him, 43-38, the lead back to 5. 16:40 to play. Reynolds to Durkin. Minnesota against this man defense to Tyson out front. Tyson was 6 in the first, now to Durkin, wide open 3, in and out. Rebound to Winter. Badgers the other way, down 5. Motoring in is Boyd, now to Blackwell. Finding man on the right baseline. Boyd cut off there by Tyson. Zone defense here for Minnesota. 18 to shoot for the Badgers. Blackwell into the paint. Gets it out to Boyd. His 3 in the air. Good. They've got 3 threes to start the half. He is not a big 3-point shooter. Just his 24th all year. You can hear the Badger fans now in the background. It's a 2-point game. 43-41.
Yeah, you couldn't expect this Badger team to miss too many threes.
Reynolds and one as he took it right to the rim. Reynolds got to about half court to get that barnyard going, and that is an answer. Minnesota 45, Wisconsin 41. Timeout on the floor and a free throw coming. 15:55 to play. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Gopher Athletics has over 140 years of history, but every year brings a new beginning. Through the Golden Gopher Fund, you can directly support the success of our 600 student athletes who wear the maroon and gold and boost all 22 programs to victory. As a member, you'll join a passionate community, gain access to unique benefits and experiences, and leave a lasting impact. Support the Golden Gopher Fund today by contacting the Golden Gopher Fund at ggf@umn.edu.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. Once a convent, now a decidedly unconventional hotel in the heart of St. Paul. The Celeste Hotel and Bar combines serenity with every amenity. Enjoy evening cocktails in the bar and complimentary breakfast each morning. Go to CelesteSt.Paul.com to find out about this faithfully restored hotel and to book your Simply Divine stay. CelesteSt.Paul.com. Gophers by 4. They've got a free throw coming. Reynolds got downhill, got a layup. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. 45-41. Pretty intense first 4:05 of the half.
Yeah, definitely. And, the Gophers have to make sure they get out there on those three-point shooters. They won't lose this game by contesting nice two-point shots from Wisconsin, as we saw in the first half, and they was able to build out that 10-point lead. However, Wisconsin can strike fast, like you talked about against in Michigan. They did the same thing. If they allow them to start knocking down these threes and getting confident. It wasn't that a little great moment where Boyd hit the three, see him getting Wisconsin going, they got a little buzz, and then Reynolds comes right down and makes the and 1-3, and the crowd in the barn goes nuts. You don't get this type of experience anywhere else besides the barnyard.
Reynolds at the line. He's 1 for 2 tonight at the stripe to try to extend the lead back to 5. It was 11 early in the half. They went on an 11-2 run, the Badgers, to cut it to 2. And Minnesota's responded. Free throw is all net. Reynolds now with 8. 46-41, 5-point lead. 15:50 to go in the ball game. Boyd will walk it up with the right hand, now between the leg dribble. Man-to-man, he'll fire a three, feeling it, in and out, rebound back tapped, and a good job by Crocker Johnson to haul it in, his 5th board. Gophers up 5, Osama will bring it up. Hops and gives now to Durkin, off to Reynolds, top of the key. Underhand roll to Crocker Johnson outside the stripe, wants to take it right at the 7-footer, got him in the air, goes up with a shot, yes, and one! Jalen Crocker Johnson came to play tonight, 17 for the junior from San Antonio. And another foul on Alexis Bialyauskas. He'll come out, make that his 4th foul, 2nd this half. Janicki comes in for him. The lead is 7. Another free throw coming. Back-to-back opportunities for three-point play.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job of just getting to that left hand and just muscling his way up to the basket, playing some really good ball. And like I talked about, he's 6'8", 240. They can't handle him down low.
Crocker Johnson's free throw is good. He's got 18. The lead now is 8. 49-41 Minnesota. 15:20 to go. Man defense here for Minnesota. Winter on the drive. Layup good. He got around Crocker Johnson. And the Gophers did not want to foul, so the layup was there. 49-43. 6-point lead for the maroon and gold. 15:05 to go. Osama with a high dribble, but not a carry. Now to Tyson. Left of the arc, out to Durkin and near the block M. Here's Osama, gets a pass off of a cut, pivots once, twice, bounces out to Reynolds with 7 to shoot. Right baseline, back to the basket on Blackwell. Pivots out to Durkin, ball fake, gets a screen with 2, with 1, throws up a long 2. Good! Knocked it down, he's got 5, and the lead is 8. 51-43. What a bucket there, a long 2 for Bobby Buckets. Here's a drive, Blackwell got fouled, and he'll get free throws. And Osama the foul. He has 2. Blackwell's hard when he gets to your hip, man. He can be a load, but what a shot by Durkin with 1 on the shot clock. A little one-hander off 1 foot.
Yeah, great shot right there by Durkin. He had to do it off the dribble, and the 60 uses 6'7" height to shoot right over the defender.
Blackwell's free throw is good. He'll have another. He's at 14 points.
And you speak of Blackwell, Osama or Winters, whoever's guarding has to be ready. You know he's not going to sit in the cup for too long. He's going to pop out and be attacking that rim, so those guys have to take away his right hand.
He hit them both. Junior out of the Detroit area. 51-45, Minnesota by 6. 14:30 to go. Carrington now in for Wisconsin. His first action in this second half. He hit his first 2 threes and missed his next 2 in that first half. Crocker Johnson out front. He's working on Janicki. Now picks up the dribble to Durkin. Back to Crocker Johnson. Well outside the lane. Spins. Drop step into the paint. Shot blocked from behind. Rebound tipped out, and it comes to Boyd for Wisconsin. Centering the ball. Reynolds tracking him. He gets into the paint. Goes up. Missed the shot, but Reynolds draws the foul. So Reynolds has 2 fouls. Into the line will be Nick Boyd. Boyd got that long rebound, and Reynolds was trying to play catch-up the whole way down the floor, and was not going to give in easily there.
Yeah, and the Gophers have to get back on defense and make sure they stop the ball. Reynolds is chasing him, but one of his other teammates have to make sure they stop that ball. And they don't want to allow the Badgers to get easy points or get to that free throw line. That's the thing you don't want to allow them to do. Force them to shoot contested twos. Don't give them threes, and do not foul them, get them to that free throw line, because you know they love to get the Badgers to the free throw line.
Yeah, even a jab step to slow him down a second, right?
Yeah, he needed another teammate just to cut off the water a little bit.
Boyd to shoot 2. Free throw is good. He's 80% on the year. He's up to 8 points on the night. And it's 51-46. 5-point lead. And he rattled the next one in. And it's a 4-point game. 51-47. 14 minutes to play. Reynolds with it left of the arc. Now to Crocker Johnson, waiting patiently. Now to Reynolds. They sag off him. Gives to Osama. Working a screen, picks up the dribble. Gives to Tyson with 12 to shoot. Now to Reynolds. He goes right to work on Boyd. Pivots, finds Durkin on the cut. Layup, good. Bobby Durkin with his second bucket of the second half. He's got 7. The lead 6. 53-47. Gophers now need to get a stop. Carrington in the right wing and a zone defense for Minnesota. Carrington, pass along the short corner, kick out, Boyd, a 3, in and out. Rebound, Blackwell underneath. He'll dribble out, give to Carrington. He'll fire a 3. That one is good. He's got 3 threes. Carrington's got 9. And the lead is 3, 53-50. 13-10 to play. 7 of 10 in the second half for Minnesota, 6 of 9 for Wisconsin. They've got 4 threes. Minnesota has 1 3, and now a push-off called on whom? Crocker Johnson, yes. On the offensive end, he took the ball, and they call him for a push-off.
Yeah, his hand came up a little bit high around the neck area.
And are they going to review this maybe? It looks like they will review to see if it was unnecessary contact. Oh, and now Boyd waving to the crowd. I don't know, maybe he's trying to get the Badger fans back there to cheer, but that's the beauty of a rivalry. Both sides fairly intense, so they're going to have a look at it, this 3-man officiating crew, to see if there was flagrant foul opportunity. Ryan Dorsey not very good with the microphone, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and the Gophers are going to have to do a better job when they are in the zone, is rebounding out the zone. And one of the hardest things to do is to rebound out of the zone, but the Gophers are going to have to figure it out. They don't want to allow these Badgers to get second chance opportunities.
Gopher fans, Goldie's Run is back, presented by Abbott. It's Sunday, April 12th, 2026. Registration now open. Run or walk with the Gophers while raising money for M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital and helping change the lives of pediatric patients with heart disease. So they're looking at it here.
Previous foul call stands. Common foul possession for Wisconsin in the backcourt. 30 seconds on this game. Shot clock.
So that was not an appeal. That was just a review by the officials. I never did get a great look at it. You think that was right just as it stands?
Yeah, I think it was just a common foul. However, he did get him up high at the neck and head area. But it was a foul on Crocker Johnson, but I'm glad they didn't call it a flagrant. I think that's just kind of common foul and play on.
And now, let's see, are we going to take a break? They're continuing to talk. And now everyone's going to sit down. Let's take the break. Gophers by 3, 13 minutes to go. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Prairie Farms award-winning cottage cheese just got better. Introducing the Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cup. Now you can enjoy all the great taste and health benefits of Prairie Farms cottage cheese in a perfectly portioned cup. Packed with 12 grams of protein, low fat, and under 100 calories. Enjoy them for lunch, snack time, or as part of your favorite dishes. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for cottage cheese recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
Imagine getting insider access to your favorite Gopher student athlete, exclusive events, behind-the-scenes content, and unique experiences that bring you closer than ever. That's what you get as a member of Dinkytown Athletes. With memberships starting at just $10 a month, every membership directly supports Gopher student athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them grow on campus and beyond. Take your fan experience to the next level. Visit DinkytownAthletes.com today.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
Minnesota has a 3-point lead. We think they'll be on defense. We don't think there's fouls, but they continue to have discussions, this three-man crew. Welcome back. 13 minutes to go. It ended up being a full timeout. Neither team took it, so they must have granted the first timeout as just a media review there once they went to break. And there's been a long discussion, and now Brian Dorsey is coming over to talk to Nico Medved and assistant coach Joe Krabenhoff getting the news, whatever this is, not sure what, from Jeb Hartness. There was an announcement that it was upheld as a foul. Then they went back and looked at something. No announcement to follow. And it looks like this was just some sort of a regular timeout. And even Greg Gard, now coming out of the timeout, is asking what... well, he's kind of gesturing up toward his neck. He's probably thinking that should have been a flagrant, wanting his team to get free throws. But as it stands, it'll be an inbound for Wisconsin in the backcourt. I think everything is now ready. And we've got exactly 13 minutes of big-time Big Ten basketball here, Al Nolan.
Yes, we do.
Let's see what the Gophers have, leading by 3. Wisconsin is 6 of 9 from the floor. Minnesota 7 of 10. As the first half started, both teams very efficient. Here's Blackwell, bounces to Winter. His layup is good, and it's a 1-point game. Winter now with a dozen. And it's 53-52, as close as Wisconsin has been since the first half. Gophers need a bucket here. Even though they started 7 of 10, they've been outscored by 6 here in the second. A barrage of threes for Wisconsin. They have 4 threes, 4 of 6. Durkin gives to Crocker Johnson right at the top of the key to Osama. Off of a screen, works into a triple team. Corner 3 by Durkin is too strong. The rebound tipped, and it's off Minnesota. And it will be Wisconsin basketball, and they have a chance to take their first lead since way back at 22-20. Make it, let's see, when was their last lead? 8-7.
Yeah, and Cade Tyson's been relatively quiet this game, so look for him in the last 12 minutes to try and explode. The Gophers are going to need him to really pick it up and step it up and really start being aggressive if they want to win this game.
Here's a drive and a kick out to Blackwell against the zone, lobbing into the corner. Carrington a 3. That's good, but he stepped out of bounds first. Carrington, of course, familiar with this building, played here for 2 years as a college player, and then won a state title here as well, Mr. Basketball at one point. And the Gophers catch a big break there. And now Braden Carrington yelling. The crowd booing. Joe Krabenhoff is up on the floor. Crowd wanting a technical. I'm not sure what's going on. Assistant coach for Minnesota, Brian Cooley, yelling down, I'm not allowed on the floor. Why are they? Assistants are not allowed. They're not supposed to be up on the floor during that part. During timeouts, they're allowed. If the ref calls them, they're allowed. Here's Crocker Johnson, spins into the paint, takes it right at Winter. Shot, no, got his own rebound. Oh, they reset the shot clock. Not sure it hit the rim. Here's a kick out, and now they're going to stop it as they reset the shot clock, even though I don't think it hit. And the question is, how much time was on the shot clock? Crocker Johnson looked up and saw it reset, so he wouldn't know. And the Gophers will inbound unless there won't be enough time on that shot clock. So we've had a few issues here with shot clocks and game clocks and different things. So a timing correction here. With 11:41 to go and Minnesota leading by 1, we think they'll have the ball.
And what the Gophers are going to want to do when I talk about K. Tyson is try to get him something running, on the fast break, get a dunk, get a layup, or a nice three-pointer on the break to try to get himself going as he's being keyed on with the Badgers in the half court.
So now we have the under 12 timeout. We'll figure it out. We'll see how much time on the shot clock will be for Minnesota. They lead by 1, 11:41 to go. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, Mystic Mayhem is back. In partnership with Mystic Lake, it's your chance to score prizes. Now through January 25th, enter round 2 for the chance to win a men's basketball prize pack to watch the Gophers game versus UCLA February 28th and a signed Nico Medved basketball. You could also win a $200 Amazon gift card or a pair of Mystic Lake show tickets. Enter all 4 rounds of Mystic Mayhem for your chance to win 2026 Gopher football season tickets. Visit mysticlake.com/mayhem to enter now. Must be at least 18. Mystic Mayhem. Score golden prizes.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Welshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care and a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Welshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Welshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
$11:41 to go in the basketball game. They're still looking at the replay to figure out if this potentially is a shot clock violation and whether it would go against Minnesota or not. I'm not a huge fan of the rule. The shot clock reset. Players can only go by what they think. They can't assume that it was wrong, and so they dribble out a few seconds to reset the offense, and they're continuing to look at it. Score is 53-52, 11:41 to go. Gophers the lead. We think they'll have the ball. Crocker Johnson shot a shot, hit the backboard, no rim, got his own rebound, and instead of going right back up with it, dribbled out, passed it to a teammate, and then they realized the shot clock should not have reset. And we've been watching the officials try to figure it out ever since, even through the break, and they're still watching the replay. Now they get the stopwatch out to time it, and we'll see what they come up with here.
Yeah, so go back to even on that last possession. They tried to get Tyson the ball, K. Tyson the ball on the block with the back cut from backstream from Isaac Asama. However, the Badgers are crowding down on him and playing a little bit off Reynolds. So he's going to have to figure out how to get it in the open floor and the broken floor where they're not keying on him, try to get himself to the basket, get to the free throw line, and get himself going, finish out this game.
Well, this is taking a long time here. They're still looking at the replay monitor. I think we owe you station ID from the top of the hour. We're a little tardy on that, so while they continue to watch, let's do that for the moment. We owe you 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Gopher Sports Network. It looks like we might be getting close to wrap this up. Brian Dorsey continues to watch, and we'll have a sideline inbound, it looks like. And if I read the hand gesture right, 6 seconds, and yep, they put 6 up on the shot clock. Here's the announcement.
Result of the shot clock error, there will be 6 seconds on the shot clock.
So 6 on the shot clock. And now Earl Walton and Nico Medved. It'll be an inbound underneath now. Nico asked for that, and they will put it underneath. They had initially pointed to a sideline inbound. So I think we got it all straight after all that. Gophers have 6 to shoot, up 1, 11:41 to play. And Awesome with the trigger man. Lobs it in for Reynolds near the top of the key. Gives to Durkin left wing with 4. With 3, he got knocked and a foul on Carrington. And the crowd loves that. With 2 on the shot clock, that will put it back to 20 for Minnesota. He definitely raked him across the arm, causing Durkin then to slip. He held him a little and then nudged him with the hip. Inbound by Tyson. Again into Reynolds. Out to the left of the arc to Osama left wing. Tyson comes off of a screen, nothing there. The bounce instead goes to near the short corner left, mid post. This is Reynolds backing down Boyd. Pivots, right-handed hook shot, good out of the heart of the lane. About a 6-footer. Reynolds in double figures with 10. The Gopher lead is 3, 55-52, 11:15 to play.
Yeah, great job right there by Reynolds and recognition to get him down in the post. And he's great down there in the basket with both hands. Was able to throw it up with his right hand off the glass for the easy 2.
Wisconsin with 12 to shoot. Boyd on Reynolds, cut off, comes outside the three-point stripe with 8. Now to Blackwell working on Osama. Screen set by Winter, not much there with 4, with 3. Winter with 3, a long 3, off the mark. Rebound tip from Osama to Durkin. Gophers the advantage, and Carrington kind of whacking there on the arm of Durkin. No call. Here's a lob down low and a hold on Janicki, lobbing for Crocker Johnson. Janicki didn't like it. He took off running out of the lane, hands to the head. And it'll be his second foul, the White Bear Lake product. It'll be an inbound. 5 fouls now on Wisconsin, 5 on Minnesota.
Great recognition right there by Osama. Saw that Crocker Johnson had the small Winicki on him, was able to throw it down there and draw the foul.
Yeah, he got him with the bottom. Here's an inbound to Tyson, layup good. Right from in front, his first bucket of the second half. He's got 8. The lead up to 5, 57-53, 4 in a row here for Minnesota. 10.5 to go. Man-to-man defense for the Gophers. Blackwell to Winter, back to Blackwell. NBA range 3 is buried. He knocked it down. He's got 4 threes and 18 points, and the lead is 2, 57-55 Minnesota. 10-10 to play. Here's Tyson, right wing Osama, right back to Tyson, lost the ball out of bounds, and it will be off of Janicki. Subs coming in, Rhodey in, and Boyd will get a breather here for the Badgers. So Minnesota stays in control of it. Nice design play there, but the ball got tipped. Reynolds to inbound. Gophers by 2. Better hurry, lobs it in for Tyson, working on Blackwell. Back to the basket, baseline left. Pivots, gives to Reynolds. Wide open 3, right wing, too strong. Rebound tipped by Winter to his teammate Blackwell. And a 3 here would give Bucky the lead. Blackwell just hit a 3. Now he gives out front to Carrington. He has not been shy about shooting from 3. He's 3 of 5. Now off to Blackwell. Comes off of a screen. High dribble, not a Carrington. To Rhodey. Rhodey a between the leg dribble to Carrington. His 3 would give him the lead, and it does. Carrington has come to play. He's got a dozen, and Badgers have their first lead since it was 8-7. 9:25 to go. He had 12 against Michigan. He's got 12 today. Had a string of single-digit games prior to. Tyson now with it. Right-hand dribble. To Durkin, left wing. Badgers have outscored the Gophers by 8 here in the second half. They trailed by 7 at the break. 4 to shoot. Osama doesn't know it. 2 to shoot. Now to Isaac. A long 3, in and out. And the rebound to Blackwell. Not a great possession for the Gophers, and they'll bring it up, will the Badgers. Shoveling off to Carrington. Back to Blackwell, left of the arc. Working on Reynolds, who kept him in front. 8:50 to go. Gophers trail by 1. Winter with it out near the block M, directing traffic. Asks for Blackwell. He'll oblige and come and get the handoff, and now set it up with 10 to shoot. Waiting for a Winter screen. He vacates. And he got fouled by Reynolds, and Reynolds took one to the chops on the way. Reynolds now with 3 fouls. Not a shooting situation. It's just the 6th-team foul. Grove in, Durkin out for Minnesota.
And the Gophers have to understand and be ready. Blackwell, he's an all Big Ten caliber type of guard. So he's 4 for 5 from the 3-point line, 6 for 9 from the field with 18 points. So he's going to be looking to close this game out. Reynolds has to continue to stay intense and stay in front of him.
Blackwell burrows his way in, missed the shot, and a foul call. If that's Reynolds, nope, they're going to call it on Grove. And this will be free throws. 2 shots for Blackwell. Wisconsin has scored 6 straight. Badgers have hit 10 threes. Minnesota just 3 threes, or 3 of 14, and that's the difference in the ball game and then some. Blackwell's free throw rattles around and drops. He's up to 19. His season high was in the first game of the year against Campbell, 31. Career high 32 last year against Iowa. He's got 19 right now, and he got them both. He is at 20. Tops on the floor. 60-57. This is an 8-0 Badger run, and Minnesota now down by 3. 8:25 to go. Gophers need an answer. They have gone nearly 3 minutes without a bucket. Here's Osama to the drive, into the paint, kick out Tyson. Ball fake, wants to drive, lost it. Turnover, Tyson. Blackwell got hit as he got the rebound, no whistle, and he'll bring it up. Minnesota down by 3. Blackwell directing traffic against Reynolds. Hard hedge by Grove, no, nothing there. Reynolds working on Blackwell, kick out Carrington, another 3 in the air, and another hit. He's got 15 points on 5 threes. And the lead is 6, 63-57. 7:55 to go, and it's a Minnesota called timeout. They'll take it, and we will take the break as well. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
I'm Clay Geary, former wide receiver for the Minnesota Gophers.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we are part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our Preferred Hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
7:55 to play in this one. Wisconsin on an 11-0 run. They had an 11-2 run early in the half. The Gophers led it 41-30. A minute 45 into the second half, an 11-point lead. Since then, the Badgers on a 33-16 run. We heard Nico Medved say they can ring it up in a hurry, and they have done that. Braden Carrington, 5 threes. John Blackwell, 4 threes, and they're 11 of 25 on the night as a team. Minnesota with just 3 threes, and there's your difference in the ball game.
Yeah, and on that last 3, Carrington shot that 3 in front of the corner of the student section. As soon as it left his hands, he pulled his hands down and started looking over at the student section. As soon as it left, and it went swish, and he started yelling it. I told you to watch out for him in pregame. You know he's going to be coming back hyped and looking to get, you know, some may say a little bit of revenge on the Gophers. So they're going to have to find him on that floor and not allow him to get any more wide open threes.
It'll be Crocker Johnson inbound in the backcourt for Minnesota. Grove stays in the game. Durkin on the bench. Osama, Reynolds, and Tyson the other 3. Osama into the offensive end. Gophers now have gone just at 3 minutes without a bucket. Tyson hops into the paint. Shot blocked by Carrington. Rebound Rhodey. Braden, we always have known his skill as a defensive player. There's no doubt about that, and he blocked that shot. Here's Blackwell for the Badgers on an 11-0 march. Now to Carrington. Right side, Janicki. Janicki to Carrington. Another 3 and another hit. He's got 3. 6 threes and 18 points. 66-57. The lead is 9. It's a 14-0 run. 7:15 to play. Grove pivots, gives left side to Reynolds. One-hand pass to Osama. Osama out front Reynolds, right wing. Here's Tyson into the paint. Got his man in the air, goes up, got the foul and one. Janicki left his feet and Tyson drew the foul. He's now at 10 and has a free throw, and that stops the 14-0 Badger run, and the Gophers needed that.
And that's what Tyson's going to have to do. He's going to have to be aggressive coming off those pin downs. I thought on that last three-point shot that he passed up and dribbled into he should have just shot it. So he's going to have to look to be aggressive as the Gophers have gone a little stagnant with their offense.
Tyson's free throw, way short. Rebound tipped by Grove and tracked down by Crocker Johnson. So 2 on the possession so far. Let's see if they can get more. Here's Osama off of his screen. Open 3 left of the arc, rims out. And Carrington high for the rebound as he's stuffing the stat sheet here with 18 points and 4 rebounds. 7-point game, 66-59. 6:30 to play. Carrington right of the arc, gives out front. Blackwell working on Osama. Tries to separate. Isaac stays in front. Blackwell backs him down. 14-foot fadeaway good. And Wisconsin here in the second half now 12 of 16 from the floor. 6:15 to play. And the Badgers by 9, 68-59. Reynolds gives to Grove. Grove spins and a pass to the right to Tyson. Now to Crocker Johnson, baseline right on Winter. They hedge a little his way. Spinning, trying to muscle up. Got the shot, but missed it, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Nolan Winter the foul.
Yeah, good job right there by Crocker Johnson to getting down in the post and being patient and getting himself to the free throw line and try to cut off the bleeding and get something going for the Gophers. However, it's going to have to start for them on the defensive end.
Wisconsin 46% from 3, 12 of 26. They hit 15 threes in the win over Michigan. Crocker Johnson's free throw is good. He is up to 19, 4 off of a career high. 68-60 with another throw on the way. Hit them both. And the lead 7. Crocker Johnson with 20, and the crowd now talking defense. Gophers in a zone. They get it to Winter on the right wing. Out to Blackwell. Out front, Janicki. Back to Blackwell at the Cambria Court logo right. 13 to shoot. Wants to go to work against the zone. Fadeaway 14-footer well short. Tyson tracks down the board, and here comes Minnesota. Reynolds wants to run into the offensive end. Dribbles. Now gives to Tyson. Ball fake. Kick out Reynolds. Into the paint. Bouncing for Grove. Goes up. Shot blocked. No foul. And the rebound comes off on a dunk attempt to Blackwell for Wisconsin. Zone defense here again for Minnesota. Boy, they got the stop, had a dunk, and then blocked by Janicki.
Yeah, and they have to look to be more aggressive in the fast break when the floor is broken.
Carrington left slot, gives out front Blackwell. Right hand dribble. Now to Janicki, to Carrington. Corner to Rhodey. His 3 high arcing, no. Deep rebound to Reynolds. And the Gophers, Nico says, let's go. Looks like a third base coach winding the windmill. Here comes Osama to the wing right, cut off. Now to Reynolds, top of the key. Sagging off him is Janicki. Now to Tyson. Tyson tonight has taken just 1 3. He's 0 for 1. 12 to shoot for the Gophers. Tyson working on Carrington. Now to Grove. 8 to shoot for Minnesota. Osama, ball fake on Rhodey with 5 with 4. Gets him to his hip. Layup. No, he missed it off the rim, but he'll get free throws. Boy, it just tantalized everybody sitting on the rim, and just a tick too strong as it bounces out. But Minnesota can cut into this 7-point Badger lead. Watching the replay of the block, Grove got whacked across the arm by Janicki, but they let the play go. Free throw no good by Osama. He's an 83% free throw shooter, sitting with 9 points. Had a great first half. Lead is still 7. Next one here, and that one's good. He's up to 10, and the lead is 6, 68-62. Plenty of time here for the Golden Gophers. 4.5 to play. Zone again here for Minnesota. Lob into the short corner to Winter. Back to the basket on Grove. 2 Minnesotans going at it. Back to Rohde. Rohde over to Carrington. He'll rifle another 3. That one is in and out. And the rebound, Osama took it away from Blackbell on a very athletic play. Outlet to Reynolds. Motors into the offensive end. Takes it right to the rack. Shot up, no. And no foul. Nico can't believe it, holding his hands to the air as Dorsey swallows the whistle. And here comes Wisconsin. Gophers 1 of their last 7. Here is Blackwell to Carrington. Corner 3 left side. Good. He's got 7 threes and 21 points. And the lead back to 9, 71-62. 3:40 to go, and they're going to need points and need them in a hurry here. They have just 27 second half points. Here is Tyson into the corner to Osama. He's got an open 3. That's good. Maybe that'll get him going. Medved a timeout here. 13 now for Osama. The lead back to 6. 71-65. 3:31 to go, and we are at a 2-possession game. Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family owned and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities, and a proud supporter of Gopher basketball. Visit the webpage at washburnmccreevy.com. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Guardsy for Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. You know, when it comes to your money, you don't want to play one-on-one. You need a team that helps you win. Affinity Plus is a proud partner of Gopher Athletics, and they help you slam dunk your savings, assist your goals, and defend your wallet with great rates and digital tools that actually work. So whether you're driving to the hoop or driving to work, Affinity Plus is the financial teammate that's always got your back. Learn more at affinityplus.org/Go Gophers. Affinity Plus, federally insured by NCUA.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Friends of the Barn is your direct way to invest in Gopher men's basketball and their mission of Team Together. By supporting the team, you're providing Coach Medved with the resources to lead the program at a high level. Friends of the Barn allows him to address the team's most important needs, including recruiting, training, and player development, ensuring our student athletes have every opportunity to thrive. Join us in building something special. Support Friends of the Barn by connecting with the Golden Gopher Fund at ggf@umn.edu.
Golden Gophers trailing here by 6. A big 3 there for Osama to give him 13. Gophers trying to get it in gear from distance, 4 of 16. The Badgers have just been rifling 3s in, 13 of 29, and they lead it by 6. But with 3:31 to go, a 2-possession game, Minnesota still has to feel all right here. There's an opportunity. They were down 7 at about this time at Northwestern, came back to win. They're on their home floor tonight.
Yeah, they're right here. They just have to figure out how to get some stops on defense. And Coach Thorson talked about it at halftime. He said we're getting good stops in the first half, so now they're going to have to figure out how to get some stops. And they've gone 2-3 zone. However, Carrington is shooting them out the zone, and then they've gone man, and Blackwell is going right to the basket. So they're going to have to figure something out in order to get a stop on the Badgers. And then I would love to see them in the fast break. You know, you saw Coach Medved is telling them, get it going, try to get some easy buckets and not have to go against his Badger half-court defense.
Here comes Boyd into the offensive end. Minnesota in a zone. Durkin back in. Right side to Winter. Now to Rohde. He'll bring it out to the top of the key. Out front, Carrington. Back to Boyd. Boyd with a right-hand dribble. Crossing over on Durkin. Gets into his hip. Goes up with a shot. Missed it. And a foul called on Durkin. Free throws coming here for Boyd, who's 4 for 4 at the line. Badgers 10 of 10 at the stripe. Minnesota 11 of 17 at the stripe. And they show the replay, and the crowd not happy with the foul call. Free throw short by Boyd. That's their first miss of the night.
Ball don't lie. And Durkin's going to have to give these guards some space and use his 6'7" frame and some length and make them shoot over him.
Second one is good. He's got 10 now, does Boyd, and the lead is 7, 72-65. We're approaching the 3-minute mark in a 3-possession game. Durkin, one-hand pass to Osama. He just hit the 3. Working on Boyd, trying to back him to the block. Now out to Durkin. Ball fake, gives to Reynolds. Now to Tyson, comes off of a screen. Back to Durkin. Durkin bouncing with 6 to shoot for Crocker Johnson. To Tyson, off the screen, a 3 from straight on. Got fouled on the 3 by Winter. His third. And Tyson will get 3 free throws.
Yeah, and I'm glad he rose up and took that shot. I felt like he's passed up a few threes and drove it into the paint. But right now we're going to need a second leading scorer in the Big Ten to come alive if the Gophers want to win this game.
Just his second 3 attempt of the night, and in fact it won't count, of course, as an official attempt because he was fouled. Free throw is good, and if he can hit all 3 of them, it'd cut it to 4 with 2:46 to go.
Yeah, good things happen when K. Tyson is being aggressive, so hopefully we see him finish out these last 2 minutes and 46 seconds just doing that.
Oh, he missed the second. Man, the Gophers at the line tonight now 12 of 19. 72-66. This can make it a 5-point game. Tyson with 11. Third free throw is also no good. The lead is 6. 72-66. 2:40 to go. Wisconsin certainly willing to run time here. Minnesota in a man-to-man defense. Blackwell cut off by Osama in front of the Badger bench. Not a Carrington out front. Carrington with 7 threes. That one's up, off the rim, up over the backboard, then off the rim again, and an offensive rebound comes off to Wisconsin. It hit the top of the backboard. Crowd wondering what the play is, but off the top and back in plays all right if it doesn't hit the shot clock. 20 was reset, so now there's 7 to shoot. Boyd into the paint, throws it. Carrington tracks it down, long 3, air ball, rebound tip, shot blocked, and now a shot clock violation. Turnover. And it will be Gopher ball in the backcourt with 2:03 to play. And Reynolds asking why it wasn't out of bounds. It hit the top of the backboard, and then if it hits nothing else, it's okay. It can come down and through.
And that's a stop the Gophers needed. And right now they need to come down and execute, whether it's Tyson being aggressive, trying to get himself to the free throw line, Durkin open for a 3. They need to find a good quality shot.
Crocker Johnson to Durkin. A 3 here would make it a 4-point game. Crocker Johnson for 3. No, missed it badly. And the rebound to Boyd for Wisconsin. Boy, Gophers 4 of 17 now from 3, 23%. Wisconsin 13 of 31. Now they missed a couple that last trip. 6-point lead and 90 seconds to go. Wisconsin with 15 to shoot will use most of that shot clock. Now down to 10. Here's Blackwell on Osama. Had it stripped away. Osama, he dove and saved it in. And as he saved it, he was out of bounds. It went out of bounds anyway. I think that would have been off of Blackwell. I think he slapped down and it might have gone off his thigh, but he just wasn't sure, so he tried to save it. 5 to shoot here for Wisconsin with 1:23 to go, and the Badgers a 6-point advantage. So first things first, stop here, right? And then needing a bucket on the other end. The 3 tonight just not falling for anybody. Awesome, a 2 for 5. Everybody else combining 2 for 12.
Yeah, and you're right. To stop here, and with 5 seconds on the shot clock, the Gophers are going to want to try to get the Badgers going away from the basket. They don't want to allow any back cuts or anything that's coming toward the basket. They want to force them out to make a tough shot away from the basket, and they have to make sure that they secure the rebound and try to get out on the break. They haven't been able to figure out this Badger half-court defense in the second half, although they did get a great look with Crocker Johnson. That didn't go down this last possession, but they want to get out on the break and try to score quickly.
1:23 to go. Wisconsin 2 timeouts. Minnesota 1 timeout. Possession arrow favors the Golden Gophers. So the inbound spot will be right baseline as you look into the backboard. Minnesota still in its huddle. They have the first horn. Carrington is 7 of 13 from 3, 21 points. That is, by the way, a career high. He had 20 last year for Tulsa against UTSA. He had 18 as a Gopher his freshman year. And then his sophomore year, his scoring average plummeted down to 4.6 a game. And then he entered the transfer portal and left town to Tulsa, and now back in the Big Ten. Here with 5 to shoot, Rhodey waits, lobs it in for Blackwell with 4. He'll fire a 3. It's an air ball. Tyson the rebound, so they get the stop. And with 1:15 to go, here comes Reynolds into the offensive end. 3 here would be nice. Reynolds on the wing right. He wants to drive it at Rhodey. In between steps. Got fouled. He'll go to the line. Langston Reynolds. And the Gophers want to claw back in. They've got to start hitting free throws.
Yeah, and that was a perfect possession. They got the stop. Was able to get that ball up court, score within under 7 seconds, and Reynolds get to the line and stop the clock. It'll be interesting to see as it moves forward and time continues to tick down if Coach Medved goes into something a little more aggressive on the defensive end to try and create a turnover.
Badgers with 7 turnovers, Minnesota with just 5 tonight. Reynolds, 2 shots. First one is good. Reynolds at the line tonight, 3 for 4. The lead is 5. And another 3 free throw that is coming with 1:10 to play in the basketball game. Reynolds hit them both. 72-68, 4-point contest. And now the crowd comes to its feet here, wanting a defensive stop. 2-possession game. Reynolds against Boyd into the offensive end. Reynolds on defense. Boyd gets a screen from Winter, working right, gets into the paint, cut off by Crocker Johnson. Not a winner. Carrington shuffles and now gives to Blackwell. On Reynolds, backing him down. Fadeaway shot, short, and the rebound, Crocker Johnson. 45 seconds to go. Outlet to Reynolds. A stop and start move. Now to Crocker Johnson, to Durkin. Oh, he was eyeing a 3, and then he was cut off. And now to Osama. Baseline, leans in, shot, good! 2-point game. Timeout, Minnesota. 35 seconds to go. 72-70 Badgers.
Yeah, great job right there on the defensive end for the Gophers. Played great defense, was able to get the stop and get that ball up quick. Osama drove, took it to the basket against the former Minnesota native. Braden Carrington was able to finish for the acrobatic 2.
So Osama with 15 now. He had 6 at halftime. Crocker Johnson with 20. Reynolds a dozen, and Tyson 11. Gopher crowd on its feet here, hoping for some late game Williams Arena barn magic here. Gophers led nearly the entire game. And then at 9:25, the Badgers, in the middle of a 14-0 run, reclaimed the lead, which eventually grew to 9. And now the Gophers have cut it to 2. No timeouts for Minnesota. They do have the possession arrow. Badgers with 2 timeouts. Al, there's a 5-second shot clock, game clock difference. If you wind it, the risk you run here, if you let it wind all the way, if they hit a 2 with 6 on the shot clock, you're down 4 with 6 maybe seconds, 5 seconds. So the tricky part is here, do you play it out and hope for a miss and a rebound and then come for the tie or the win, or do you try to lengthen the game and commit fouls here against a great free throw shooting team?
Yeah, you know, it looks like they're maybe do a little full court pressure and try to get a trap, and if that doesn't work out, they might foul to extend the game. Me personally, being a defender, I'm playing D straight up. You know, hopefully we got the 5 seconds, but I'm getting up in the guy trying to create a steal, hopefully.
It is a little full court man press. Rhodey to be the inbound man, and he gets to Winter. Right back to Rhodey. And Tyson tries to cut him off. They throw ahead to Blackwell. 28, and they do foul. They are going to extend the game. Blackwell, 82% on the season, and he's 4 for 4 tonight. And with 28.5, the Gophers are going to hope for at least 1 miss here. It is a 1-and-1, just the 9th foul on Minnesota.
And I like the strategy because, like you talked about, you want to extend the game and put the pressures on the Badgers to go to the free throw line and knock them down.
Barnyard waving those noodles. Free throw good by Blackwell. He's up to 23. Carrington with 21. Winner a dozen, and Boyd has 10. This would make it a 2-possession game. It's good. 74-70. One of the ways you can win this, though, is trading 2s for 3s. But you got to make some 3s. We're going to do that.
Yes, you do.
Osama. Inbounds for Reynolds. Right back to Osama. Sprinting up into the offensive end. Not much time to waste. And he got fouled by Janicki 4 seconds into the possession. And so to the line will be Osama to shoot double bonus. Greg Gard put both hands to his head. They did not want to commit that foul. With the clock stopped, the Gophers can once again make it a one-possession game here. 24 seconds to play. Osama 1 for 2 tonight at the line. Gophers have missed 8 free throws. First one is all net. He has turned it on here since about the 5-minute mark. And this can make it a 2-point game. One possession either way, but every free throw matters now. And the next one is all net again. 17 for Osama. 74-72 Badgers. 24 seconds and away from the ball on the inbound. Crocker Johnson got caught. No, Reynolds, I beg your pardon. He held up a 5, but his other hand had a 1, so it was a 6. He's got 4, and that's going to send Boyd to the line. So no time runs off the clock. We've been through a few of these songs and dances over the years where it looked like the Gophers were going to beat Wisconsin, and Wisconsin would somehow, and he missed the first, would somehow come up with that culture kind of win.
Right.
The Gophers are due to get one now in this series.
Let's switch it up tonight, Gophers. Come on. He missed the first one, baby.
Let's turn the tables here. Second one is good. Oh, it hit every part of the rim and trickled through. One possession game, 75-72. 24 seconds. Now 20. Here's Osama, left wing. Works in on Carrington. Up in the air. Shot blocked by Carrington. Osama's own rebound. Now to Reynolds. Put back. No, he missed it from point blank. And a foul on Reynolds. Going to the line will be Winter. Oh, brother. Osama had his shot blocked. Good defense again by Carrington. And then Reynolds, I thought he might get an and one. The putback. Carrington hit him across the forearm. No foul call on your home floor. And Reynolds missed the shot. Shinholster in, and Reynolds, oh, that's 5. I thought I had him for 4. I missed one. He's out of the game. And Shinholster in. Boy, it's a foul on Carrington. He just clubbed him across the left arm. And Winter missed the first. Need him to miss this one. I thought it was going to be an and one, and then he missed it altogether.
Yeah.
All right, so Winter with 11.3, a 3-point lead. The Lakeville product. Free throw. No good. Still some life. No timeouts. Gophers need a 3. Osama to Tyson. A 3 to tie it. Yes! With 4.6, we're deadlocked. Here comes Blackwell with 2, with 1, a 3 to win it is good. A 25-footer for Blackwell to win it. And they're running all over the opponent's floor, and we've seen this movie before.
Carrington's over there talking to the crowd like this is my house.
78-75. Wisconsin on a buzzer-beating NBA range 24-footer by Blackwell.
What a game.
And that finishes his night at 27. Tyson hit the big 3 that tied it. Winter missed both free throws, and the Badgers still get the win. Minnesota now 10-7. They've lost 2 in a row. 3-3 in the Big Ten. Tough assignment on the road. Saturday morning at 11. We'll take air at 10:30 at Illinois. Wisconsin now 12-6. They've won 3 straight. They're 4-2 in the Big Ten. They will host Rutgers Saturday at 1. Post-game show coming up. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you on the work site or out.